All right. So
15 Balors pop out of the darkness.
like, hey, we're all brothers. Fight us. The Balor's 15. That's one of those 20th level, let's just see if we can do it things. No. So as you recall, last time we had a little bit of an extended break. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Bregman. As always, that's very appreciated. Thank you.
That must mean that people are chatting. So last time you had gone or were on your way to the surface, actually, being escorted through one of the routes that Durgar know about past an outpost they were going to check on. You had 7 escorts with you, not so much escorting you primarily, but just to take you towards the outpost and then let you go along the way. When you reached the outpost, it seemed to be destroyed. Somewhat recently, I believe somebody looked around last time, was able to determine it happened basically within the last week or so, the last few days, maybe even. And it was quite obviously destroyed by demons. There were signs of them all over the place. You found some of the corpses of the slain Durgar soldiers here, and Dastin had cast Speak with Dead on one of them, and they explained that there was a portal that opened up, aided by the phasers, which is pouring into this place, and there is phasers overhead as you're in here. And demons had marched on them and essentially overwhelmed them. As stout fighters as the Durgar are, as good as their military is, they just can't overcome superior numbers, especially those of the demonic variety. So they fell. And after taking stock of the situation, the demons seem to have just slashed and burned everything. And they had gone in a direction that fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, depending on what you want to do, they'd gone in a direction away from where you were supposed to be going to reach the surface. And as you're setting out to leave, the ambiance of the Underdark, the sounds, the various water drippings, the insects and creatures scurrying around just suddenly stopped for everyone. And it is as if all sound just suddenly ceased. And that's where we left off.
I'm always in battle stance immediately, by the way.
Yes. Everybody, I think, practically goes to
that. I was going to say, that's probably a grab the weapon.
Universal.
You see the Durgar start going up, but right now, and I'm describing this as we're rolling initiative, you see just a split second before that silence happens and hear a quick incantation, and from behind a rock, or rather standing on top of the rock, a drow dressed in wizarding garb appears.
Bob?
And this rock that he seems to be standing on, well, it used to be a rock, but it stands up and sprouts legs as it seems to be some large, very stout-looking spider mount that he's on.
Right.
And those of you who are casters, even those of you who probably are not, recognize almost immediately what has happened. He has cast a silence over the group. Now, we haven't done a whole lot of surprise combats from the other side of the table. So would you like a refresher on how exactly this works? Because I'm normally the one running surprise characters.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this can be important for some things that you may be able to react to. So the way surprise works in 5e is there's no real surprise round, quote unquote. It's just that if you're able to, as in the case of these creatures, successfully roll a stealth, which is past the passive perceptions of everybody, they're able to take them by surprise, and everybody has a surprise condition until their turn in the initiative comes. And once that happens, you can take no actions because you're quote unquote surprised, and then it wears off at the end of your turn. But at the end of your turn, you get your reactions, which is why initiative is important. So, for example, for things like crit negation, which Taston has, or for example, like the catching arrows, which Mark has, those are reactions. So it's important where you are in the initiative. Because even though you are surprised, you can potentially react. So let's get those initiatives set up.
20.
20 for Mark. pretty good. You're at the top of the leaderboard.
9.
Good for testing. All right, let me-
I'm looking at the ground.
I mean, healers usually should go last, right? That's a pretty long spinning. I know you're not.
So you know I said you said 9?
Yeah.
All right. So far, I think that's the 5th person who goes on a 9.
Oh, yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
9 of 9s.
What about Ront and Liam?
Liam got an unnatural 20.
Okay. Wow. This is good. Actually, this is very good.
Ron's got a 9 on the die.
Okay. Please
I
have a dex
don't-
bonus. Please have a dex bonus.
This is just
He does.
the
He's got a
9s
10.
and the
Okay.
20s.
Got a
That's
10.
what this is.
Okay.
All right.
For the catch 20s, this is the catch 9s.
So Liam or Mark, who wants to go before each other?
And Liam, you can go first.
What's your dex bonus? Or your initiative bonus?
4.
So you would actually go first.
Yep. Okay.
I generally let people decide if they're players. They can decide which order they want to go in. But
You would have a higher reaction than I would.
Okay.
So
this is the initiative order right here. This is the longest initiative I've ever had to do before. I think in tabletop. And as you can see, DM, I am personally fighting you, so I'll be in this combat.
Oh,
race.
God.
I think we might lose, just throwing that out there.
All right. I'm going to do 1,000 damage to you,
Yeah.
1,000 damage to you, 50,000 damage to you.
All right.
His spell book, what spells does he have? All of them.
So what this means is that Mark and Liam, since you're at 20, obviously you had the surprise condition, but you have your reactions. For some reason, if it matters, the Myconids and Glabagul, who rolled freaking amazing on their initiatives for no real benefit, but it's what it is. It is what it is. Okay, actually, but we'll see. All right, and DM has gone, which is this Drow mage who has stepped up, and this guy looks like he's ready for combat. Like he doesn't seem to just be some hedge maze or anything like that. He seems to have gear that is purposely designed to be survivalist and also sneaky. Probably one of the reasons he blew his stealth check out of the water there. And as soon as he casts this and everything is silent, you see, but not here, another rock rise up with a drow on top of it as they emerge from stealth. And this one seems to be a warrior, very similar to the ones you encountered back in Velkenvelv. Again, dressed for adventuring and stealth. And he already has a hand crossbow that is raising up. And he seems to be pointing it towards the center of the group over here. Specifically at Taston.
Oh,
So he will make a shot. I actually do need to measure this because hand crossbows don't have a great range.
I shout, test and look out with my reaction.
I can't hear.
So you can also see that the drow are saying something or shouting, but
Damn it.
you can't.
See, the
hear
problem
them.
is you're like 10 feet away from me. Otherwise, I would totally catch the arrow that's about to hit you.
Which would look awesome.
It would look awesome.
I'm going to catch the arrow too, just in a different way.
But we'll see. This is not the greatest bonus in the world, but he rolls a 12.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so aim as he might, the crossbow bolt goes and I guess just glances across your armor and then deflects onto the ground. You can see that there's like a smear where it deflected. It obviously was just coated in something.
Oh, great. So don't touch that.
Yes.
Or don't drink that.
All right. The Duergar have their reactions now. So let's see what this means for the home team. Nothing right now. Okay. Not until they can actually do it. Ront has his reactions. Taston, you have your reactions. Brian has his reactions. Asha, for what it's worth, has his reactions. We're in the 9s now. Everybody wrote this.
Everyone's like, wait a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, this everybody just realized it at once. All right.
What?
So from the other side, another rock rises up with another warrior on top of it and takes aim at Taston. They seem to have a plan.
Yeah, no, this is a calculated strike, right?
Yeah, this is.
I don't know what your brother did, Taston, but we need to have words about this.
No, I'm thinking this might actually be that. This might actually, well, it could be that, or it could be that we didn't really finish the coup mission for the Drow house that we originally said we were going to, and they're like, "Hey, we want that sword, and we want you dead because you didn't do that mission we asked you to do, and we're Drow."
So this happened. You suddenly realize there are several Drow groups mad at you.
Yeah,
but I did roll a 19 to hit with this.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. So the first part's not so bad.
Take 1 damage, and you feel a tentacle attached to your brain.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would suck. No, it is actually 8 piercing damage as it hits. And I need you to please roll a Constitution saving throw versus poison.
I need you to succeed. By the way, does anyone remember who has their inspiration right now? I don't. I know I don't. I burnt mine.
I do.
But just
I don't remember using
reminding
mine.
people that inspiration
use it yet.
is a thing, and no reason. Just
18.
18. You feel a slight sting, but it doesn't seem to affect you.
And how much was the initial damage?
It was 8 piercing damage. Pretty nasty crossbow, all things considered.
So that means I'll roll d6. Yeah,
Right.
I'll take 5 instead of 8.
Oh, heavy armor master?
Sorry, what? Because of the regeneration from Dawnbringer.
Okay, yeah, that should happen at the start of your turn, I think.
Sorry. Then I'll
yeah.
take the full 8.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Once you hit your turn, then you can, roll that to regen. Speaking of which, if you still have your dice handy, another one pops up.
All right.
Oh, well.
Or is it not even worth it?
So here's why it's important to have reactions right now, because I've rolled a crit.
Okay. So yeah, I would mitigate that crit.
So that's this one, Drow Warrior 3, right?
That's correct.
So I can intercept that one. Look at that.
Can you intercept other people's?
Pretty sure. We'll double check that. No, I do have to be hit by it, is the requirement.
Okay.
I lunge in the way.
No, I think there are other traditions or either something higher level which allows you to do that. I think the base one is just on you.
No, I think.
Okay. Taston negates the crit, though, so it's just a normal hit. I'm using his great cleric feature.
And then, Constitution save again?
That's correct. It's 8 more piercing and con save.
19.
19. You feel just fine aside from the crossbow bolt in your side.
Yeah, no, that feels great.
All right. Next up in the 9s. I might as well have just rolled most of these together. All right, another one pops up, but this one seems to be a bit different than the other ones. She is, mounted on top of one of these steeders, and she is holding what is a wicked-looking pronged lance, which just has some black magical electricity flowing up and down it. Dressed in this spider garb adorned breastplate, and instead of firing a crossbow or something like that, she actually has a hand grasp outstretched towards you, Taston, and you feel Dawnbringer start to be tugged in that direction. I need you to please make an opposed strength check.
See, I was going to snark, but I was going to say, all right, they've got like a spider motif. Which drow are these? Let's rack our brains. Hang on.
You can technically narrow that down, but...
So 19 for the strength check.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. You ever have a time when you're like, if this one thing goes off, this will go well? Let's see.
If they steal Dawnbringer, we're all going to die.
No lie, I have a 20. 15 plus 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's gone.
I don't know how to unweld this. How do you do this?
It's a good question.
It negates the pull. Ha! You can't pull it
away. Snap, maybe? Nope, that didn't do it.
Technical problems.
Yeah. Well, theater of the mind, but I don't have Dawnbringer anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So let me. Here, I'll just do this. How about this? Oops, not that big.
There's 2 Dawnbringers.
Yeah. Oh, you got lucky. You got item duplication glitch.
Yeah.
So it flies 30 feet. Let's see. Over towards her, and she grabs it. And you notice that she doesn't seem to enjoy it. You can see little smoke, wisps of smoke whiffing up from her hand, and she is just wincing at the light. Oh, so this other guy, as a matter of fact. But she currently has Dawnbringer, and you see her just visibly breathe a sigh of relief, like that was like the hinge of the plan.
Since I'm still attuned to Dawnbringer, do I still have contact with Dawnbringer?
For the purposes of like mental link and
verbal?
stuff, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way the attunement thing will work is unless they have some way to break it, which I mean, I'm going to tell you right now they don't.
Right. No,
it will.
I was just
stay attuned to you.
Okay. So the only thing I was going to do was I was going to mentally say to Dawnbringer, bring your brightest light.
Okay. Yeah, so normally for a Sunblade you have to grasp it, but Dawnbringer is a sentient Sunblade, which has the ability to do that. So okay, yeah, and you still have the mental link and everything. You hear her go like, haha, finally, I get to wait a minute, you're not attached to me. What has happened? I'll burn his hand. Her hand, rather. All right. Next up with the low rollers. Another one appears over this mushroom and snaps one at Tasman again.
Wow.
Yeah, they seem to be just focused on bringing down this guy with the sun sword. 25 to hit.
Wow.
What are the odds? So was that was that also a crit?
No, it was not.
Okay, just 25. So
Yep. So it's actually less
eight.
six piercing damage actually this time.
6 piercing, and then I'll check the 10.
10. Okay. So all of this poison being pumped into you seems to now be having this adverse effect. So you feel a little woozy, and you are currently poisoned right now. So what does this mean? Who knows? Now, what it means is you currently have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, which would have been really useful for the strength one was made, but I could just roll high anyway. Okay, but that's all that means. It's damage and the poisoned effect.
Okay.
And let's see. Last but not least, one more appears.
Should I roll now?
This one is dressed in garments that you have seen quite a few times. She is obviously a priest, probably not a full-fledged high-up priestess, but an acolyte of Loth of some sort. And she is rising up on her steeder and is currently casting a spell. And you see that as she does so, a phantom-like weapon, a scourge, appears in front of the Duragar over here and begins to strike at them. And Tastin, you will immediately recognize this as a spiritual weapon, a clerical type ability or spell.
not
and
a
manages
low-level
to,
cleric.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not the highest, but yeah, you have to cast at least 3rd level spells to be able to do that. No, I'm sorry, 2nd level. And the Durgar easily block it. They seem to be reacting fairly quickly at this point, and they block with their shields, and it has no effect. And then, just to try and add insult to injury, she raises her hand up again, and a sacred flame comes down to one of those Durgar, who manages to dodge it. They seem to be holding a line okay against her. Now Crawlin has his reactions. All right. Back to the top. So it is currently silent. You can tell that they're all, and it's obvious at this point, they're shouting out to each other, trying to coordinate things. And they seem to be good at sneak up and ambushing, not so good on the initiative, though, because Mark, you are quick to jump into action now. What do you want to do? You can see that the Durgar are starting to bring up their shields, like the form of shield wall, probably moving into like a U formation as they've done in the past.
I glance at Taston very briefly, and I point to the mage, and I point to the one who grabbed your sword, and I point to the cleric. Where do you want me to focus? Because
I point to the sword.
All right, so my alarm goes off. Very important part of the process. It's kick o'clock here.
Oh, I thought it was mana o'clock.
Oh, I could easily make that. Excuse me.
Why?
Sorry. Right up
the
to
dog. Why would you do that?
Listen, I mean, I'm in a hurry, okay?
Okay.
And we're just going to kind of go full tilt here.
Okay.
So that's a 20 on my first strike. That's an 18 plus whatever. What's the AC? What's my target?
You're looking at a 16.
Okay, so it's a crit, a hit, and a hit. Jesus. Okay. So we'll do the crit first. Let's just double the dice, right?
That's correct.
13, 14, 15, 16, 18.
Okay.
And then Jesus, that's 3 6s.
The mark of the
Nice.
beast.
So 18. Well, no, hang on. 18 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's actually 6 6s is what that actually ends up being. So that's 36, I think.
Yep.
36 damage in the face from these hits.
Wow.
I have a little key to do that because, yeah, duh.
Okay. So you run up this incline. I mean, you have more than enough speed with your monk abilities. I think you can run on walls too, right?
I can at this point, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, it came in useful. You're like, what can this be used
I was
for?
actually right. I was like, this is so
Done.
stupid. Why would I ever need this? This is such a dumb level up thing.
You just ran up this wall.
Um,
And so once you reach about here, sound starts coming back to you
okay.
almost immediately. And you can hear they're all shouting out in Elven. Do you speak Elven?
Actually, I do, I think. Let me double check. Yes, I do.
Okay. It's, the Drow dialect of Elven, but, it's Elven nonetheless. They're all...
We sabia needed to kill the dwarf.
They're all, what are we doing? I don't know.
Sorry.
No, you hear them, like the end of a sentence say like, he's not going down. What should we do next? And the one that you go up to punch says, I have the sword. I'm going to get rid of it. Woof. And then you come up and start punching her. And she's going like this. And she says, do something about this.
Do something about this dwarf.
It hurts a lot.
Suddenly, we're the Swedish chef.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
that's where this is at. That's where we're going with this.
Yeah, so you put 36 points of damage into her. She still seems pretty healthy after that, though. And you can tell that she is an absolutely experienced fighter. Like, she's taking the damage, but she's rolling with it.
Damn, that's actually okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's my round. That's everything.
Definitely not as tough as hitting a dragon, but
It's up there.
it's all right. So Liam,
Would I know if the silence spell takes concentration?
yeah, I'll say just from your proficiency in Arcana, since it's pretty low level, you would know that yes, it does require concentration.
Excellent. I'm going to cast Ice Knife on the mage.
All right. Does ice knife require verbal
It
components?
does not. Semantics
Nice.
and
Fair
material.
enough. All right. Fair enough.
I double checked.
Gotcha. That's terrible. I have 15 NPC stat sheets open.
So what you're saying is people need to start dying. So it's
Look, I'm
easier
trying to kill her.
Oh,
but
wait. I'm
she-
sorry. 3 of those are spells. Never mind.
Like, if you want to lower her HP a bit, that was probably the best roll I'm going to have tonight. I'm just saying.
That's a good opener.
It was a good opener.
All right. Unnatural 20.
That hits.
All right. So 10 for the spike damage.
Nice.
All right.
And
Okay. Ooh, I need to check something real quick.
and that's 10 damage on the shard.
Okay. And I think that's a dex save for both the spider and him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here's spider. Spider fails. I think he probably makes, he rolled a 16 on the dice.
Okay.
So I know he takes the 10 automatically.
So 16 is the save.
Okay. And let me see. I'm pretty sure he's got a bonus, but let me check.
Okay.
He does. So he rolls an 18 total.
Okay.
I'd roll pretty high for that, though. Okay. Is the dex save all or nothing or all or half?
I think it's half.
And I'll roll my concentration check for him in just a second. What's if you know that?
The target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. So it looks like it's all or nothing.
Okay. So he takes the initial hit, no problem. The spider takes the splash damage, and he will make a concentration check to maintain.
Please fail. Please fail. Please fail. Please fail.
My DC is 10.
Please fail. Please fail. Please fail.
You notice he seems to concentrate on the spell, and the silence remains up. You can tell he's probably a fairly experienced battle type mage, but he still had to make the check. He's not that good. All right, but that did seem to wound him quite a bit. He's definitely not as tough as that other drow that Mark is punching on.
Ooh.
He's got wizard HP.
That's a bit of a shame. I mean, obviously, there's a good reason to go after this one first, but I think I might have killed the mage. I'm just saying. That was 36 plus the crit, which was like 18, I think. So whatever that is.
Darth just purchased a reroll.
Yeah, let's see that concentration check.
Yep.
Oh, for the concentration? Oh, okay.
Hit card. Rest if you need it, man.
All right. Well, this plus that. All right. The silence goes down.
Holy
Awesome.
schmoly.
Wow. Okay.
I got to know what was on the dice.
The first one I rolled a natural 20. The second one I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Okay.
does not have +6 concentration. Confirmed.
Told you when I was rolling those initiatives, I'm getting all those low numbers out. That's where all those 9s and 8s come from.
Yep.
That's
See,
That's how it works.
you missed it earlier, Third. I was getting extremely good luck in Majora's Mask on stream, and I'm like, yep, no, this is just setting me up for tonight.
Yeah.
All my luck is going away.
I know some people who will sit there and roll until they get like a low streak, and they'll save that D20 for the game. Because statistically, it should be rolling high now.
That's how that works, right? That's how probability and rolls work.
Yeah.
A dice that's never rolled a D20, it's due for one, expected.
concept of dice being due for anything.
Well, thank you for that, Darth. That was awesome timing.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, I'm upset now. Liam, would you like to move anywhere?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and all the sound comes back around. You can hear the Durgar start shouting to get to the formations. It's very noisy now.
Support the dwarf. Actually, I am going to shout. This is a big one. I think that's how the terminology I use as a free action. This is a big one. They're vets. Something like that.
I'm gonna stay next to the Durgar, because they're kind of offering protection-ish.
Yes,
So-
they are. Okay. The Myconids. Here they come to the
Go.
rescue. They take cover by the wagon.
Honestly, I'm just glad they're not going here for your brother because I hate escort missions.
Yeah, it's never fun.
It's okay. Third's a video game. He knows that. He probably looked at this like, all right, they're after the brother. You know what? Let's change that because screw escort missions.
They're here for a
Yeah,
lot of reasons. I'll tell you
Escort
that right
missions
now.
and tailing missions. Can't stand them.
15 feet. Okay. Glabagul, how tall are you? You're large.
Feast. Glabagul, feast. I shout across the way to him.
Yep. So he moves up to that wall and he can't quite use all this movement to get off there, but like pseudopods start lashing out at it and he starts trying to strike the large spider that's standing next to it. And he totally whiffs it, unfortunately. He's taking out chunks next to the spider's legs, which is starting to back away from that. All right. Now the DM, it's me. Or that maybe stand for Drow Mage. All right. The Drow Mage seems incredibly frustrated at that, which you have done, Liam. And so he reels back and starts casting another spell. And yep, he makes an incantation, starts making some hand motions, and he pulls out a piece of a tentacle as he's doing this and waves it at the center of the group. And then you see these inky black tentacles rise from the center of the group where you are, Liam.
Yep, that's bad.
And this covers a... Oh, this is a pretty infinite spell. You might know what this is already.
The player knows.
Mm-hmm. So covering this area, these inky black tentacles rise out of the ground, and they seem to be more ethereal than anything because they're not like cracking the ground or anything, but they are still very physically affecting the area, and they are lashing around, and they don't affect anyone at the moment, but this is one of those things where you don't want to stay in this as they are trying to grab everyone and restrain them. All right, and he will then kick his mount, and the mount will back up away from Mark. Let's see, how fast can you move? You are Steeder, you are 30 feet. Ah, okay. So it turns around and you see it like just gonna recoil down into a little ball, and then it springs its legs out and then it leaps. It leaps over to the top of this broken building and lands fairly gracefully, actually. And the drow holds on. He seems to be very used to doing this. And then it makes another leap. 5, onto the top of this mushroom. So with 2 leaps, it goes over there. Okay. Next up, we have the illustrious Drow Warrior 4. And he, heeding the instructions of his boss, will motion for his mount to move over to, oops, no, don't get off. That's the worst thing you could do. To leap over here, and it lands on the side. And he just can't stay on. No, the mount will land kind of like on the side of the wall, but it seems to really have no trouble sticking onto it. And as you look at its legs, it seems to have almost like spider webby substance coming out of its end of its legs, which allows it to attach almost perfectly onto the side. And this drow will drop his hand crossbow and draw his short sword and start attacking you, Mark. No.
Goal is 16.
I rolled a 25.
Well, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Deflected.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to split this up because I know you're resistant to poison damage. Or do you just go ahead and have it for you?
Yeah, go ahead and just
Poison
have
damage?
the poison.
Okay. You can tell this is obviously poisoned, but being a dwarf, you are naturally accustomed to fighting these sorts of things. So that is a total of 12. That's both the piercing and the have poison. And then he makes another attack.
All right. Ready.
Which is 24 to hit.
That doesn't hit, I'm sorry.
Just having no luck with hitting.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Oh, it's the exact same damage, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, so he chops into you. I'm guessing you seem pretty fine after that.
I mean, that's not great, but yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. And he shouts over and says, "We need some help with this one." And it's the Durgar's turn. Okay. So, why did I do this to myself? I have to make saves for every single one of them.
Just roll a bunch of d20s.
Yeah.
That's what I do in that situation. It's like, you know what? Air.
Yeah. So, fortunately, they do have in their advantage phalanx formation. So they have dexterity saves while they're standing next to each other at advantage. Fail. Succeed. Fail. Succeed. Succeed. And succeed. All right. So 2 of them have failed. And you see the effects of these inky black tentacles. They grab them and restrain them. So they actually have the restraint condition. And they start bashing them against the ground. And it seems like it hurts quite a bit. And do that. This is also difficult terrain, sorry, forgot to mention. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to move over here, and they're going to stay in this formation right here, and they're going to start chucking javelins up there at the... Problem is the Inquisitor has all sorts of cover right now. But you did ask them for help, correct, Mark?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
It might have been the wrong call. I was, but whatever. In the moment, I was thinking this needs to go away, and we could clean up.
Yeah, they're pretty good at javelin tosses. Don't worry. So one of them manages to hit with a pretty nice javelin toss. So he nails him, nicks him on the side. Still up, of course, but every little bit counts, right? And then the one over here who is not restrained, he will... Oh, he can help you too, actually, Mark. He can run over here. He's going to provide Liam some cover and chuck a javelin over there. There's a little bit of a disadvantage, and unfortunately, neither one of those would have hit. So it impacts next to the Inquisitor over here. This other one will stay in formation and will as well chuck a javelin and misses, unfortunately. Hey, here comes all the low rolls. And these 2 other ones will use their action to try and free themselves from these tentacles because they have a feeling they will not last too much longer in these. So they can make a strength check, which is good for them. This one right here manages to break out. He is no longer restrained. The other one, unfortunately, does not. So let me go ahead and give him something because I need to remember that he is restrained. Here we go. I found some tokens. All right, so he is currently restrained. All right. So the Duergar seem to be trying to at least provide some sort of front so you're not just swarmed and providing support while they close in a line. Ront. What's Ront do?
Question.
Oh, Ront needs to make a dexterity saving throw as he starts his turn.
Okay. 17 on the dice.
Oh, he makes it.
18.
Yeah.
All right. So the question becomes, how tall is this mushroom? And then how tall is the rest of this?
So the mushroom's about 5 feet tall, and then to get up here is about 15 feet up.
Okay. So that's probably not going to happen.
Oh, what is he trying to do?
Basically to move to the mushroom and then use it to get up on the ledge and attack.
It'd be an athletics check.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's got enough movement though. So he's got aggressive, right?
Yeah.
So he basically has double movement if he uses his bonus action.
So 10, 20, 30 to get to here. Then athletics check to get up, which would double the distance because it's difficult terrain.
So I think he could probably get in the ledge, and if he uses his action, he could dash as long as he makes his athletics check to get up there in someone's face.
Okay.
Okay, so Ront rushes into the fray.
Athletics check. 21.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, he makes it without an issue.
Okay.
So Ront does a pretty good standing running leap up next to you, Mark, and lands up there, superhero style.
And then so that ends his double movement.
Right.
He's not quite close enough. Okay. He does not. Okay. Yeah, then that's his turn.
Okay. All right. So Ront gets up there, and Taston, it is your turn proper.
Okay.
Dawnbringer says, "Come up here and help me slay these evil creatures."
I would love it. One. So then,
Oh!
Jesus. As I've run the Durgar over.
I was helping you.
We just keep bulldozing all our assistants. I don't know what's wrong with us.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a lot of movement just to get over there.
yeah, this
is difficult through ally and also on top of difficult terrain.
Okay, so then that probably ends my movement because I won't, even if I make the athletics check, I'm not going to have enough movement to get up.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Did you make your dexterity save when you started? Starting in the tentacles?
I did not roll that. Okay,
Ooh.
I thought I had done that, but I did not. Hold on. This might change everything.
Well, so far everyone's succeeding on the save, so
16.
Yeah. So you're fine. Okay. You make it.
Okay. So since I can't make up the hill, I'm going to go ahead and cast Greater Restoration. Or sorry, Lesser Restoration. Let's try that again on myself.
Okay. Yep. You're cured from the poison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not fun.
Yeah.
Other question. Since I'm not in physical contact with Dawnbringer, I can't use the healing, can I?
That's correct.
Okay, then I will not roll that.
But I will say on your turn, Dawnbringer increases her light.
Okay.
By, I think she can just do it by a certain amount. Let's see. That's
10 million lumens.
By 5 feet each. Yeah, so there's like a 40-foot radius amount of light coming from Dawnbringer, and it seems to be expanding.
Okay.
The drow do not like this at all. You can tell the ones surrounding her are having a hard time seeing.
Out of curiosity, is that going to translate into any stat detriment?
It does, actually. They have disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks. Which is why they hate this sword. All right, Bren's turn. Bren needs to make a dexterity save. He is stuck in the tentacles.
No, you're a dog. I was just about to say, you're a dog. You're dexterous. You got this.
Well, it's always the one that you don't expect, right?
I was just going to say, I bet you money if I was in there, I'd be like, ugh! I have a +4. Ugh!
Yeah, so he's getting flapped around by it. They're just knocking him upside the head. He tries to get out of this because this sucks. Actually, I need to check something real quick. Restrained. And it's just saving throws. Okay. Yeah, he tries to slip out of this because this hurts, and he's able to do so. So even though it knocks him around for a bit, he is able to use his action, and he gets out of that. Not without taking some damage. He looks up at everybody jumping up there, and he says, I don't have enough movement to make it up there, so I'll just start my way up there. Yeah, so he jumps on top of the Martian. You can see he's starting to try and climb his way up there, but he doesn't have enough movement after breaking out of that to get up there and using his action. Okay. Asha. Yeah. She is staring up there at this one that you're fighting, Mark, like she is not really happy this particular individual is here. When I say not really happy, she actually looks scared of this person. And she is going to move around the cart. She moves around here. And she makes a roll as she goes around here. And yep. She seems to be making her way up this ledge, but not really wanting to go through this particular hazardous thing. I guess she doesn't have very high strength. But she is moving up there with a purpose. All right. Now here comes all of the rest of the 9s and the 8s and everybody that comes after them. Like I said, I should have just rolled these all together with how they turned out. All right. So this one reloads his crossbow and motions for a steeder to jump down there, which it does. And jumps down on this mushroom. He takes aim at you, Liam. So Liam, you have partial cover thanks to Durgar in front of you. So your AC is bumped up by 2.
Okay.
So it's low cover?
Yeah. It's there's like partial and then almost full cover. And generally a creature standing in front of you is partial.
Okay.
Which also increases your dex save if it's on the other side too. It's an interesting thing. All right. So it's going to take a shot at you. I have a 17 to hit.
Bummer. 16.
16. Okay, even with the AC bump?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know the drill. It is 5 points of piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw. Versus poison.
So con is 18, and then you said how much? 6 points?
5. 5 points. Okay, that's a save. And the drow says something very rude in Elven because nobody seems to be succumbing to their poison. And he actually shouts out, this isn't working. And next up we have number 3. Number 3, this guy is actually like special. Actually, he's not. He looks at the gelatinous cube. He kicks his mount, which jumps, and he mount's going to take an attack of op, but he doesn't really care a whole lot. Oh, actually, he might because its Glabagool hits him.
Crit!
Ah! Yeah, you can see the spider's leg partially gets eaten off as he does 17 points of acid damage to the spider.
Nice.
MVP.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take it down, but like it looks a little awkward. Let's see. Yeah, it looks a little awkward coming down, but he manages to stay on. And it jumps down right here, right next to the things, and takes aim at you, Liam, again. But only rolls an 11. So that goes into the dirt as you manage to dodge it. And next up, all right, this one in front of you. So she Ooh, what do I want to do? This situation sucks for me all around. You're a fighter. Some sort of monkish fighter.
I did just punch her 4 times in the face.
Yeah. Okay. So with the hand that's holding Dawnbringer, she shoves it into a bag. Immediately, the light goes out while it's in the bag. And Dawnbringer says to you, Taston's like, this sucks. I'm just in a dark space. I can't shine my light. And then she wheels around with that lance that she is holding and tries to stick you in the chest with it, Mark. This is an attack roll.
It's funny, of all the dodgy things I can do, I don't actually have anything to my AC. It's weird.
The first one is a crit.
I do something about that, actually.
Well, the question is, Taston, do you want to negate it, or do you want to let it go?
Question.
I will say this, Taston, you can see like this contact him, and it just flares up with black lightning. You're not quite sure what this thing is going to do, but it looks like it's bad.
Yeah, go ahead and negate the crit.
Okay.
Okay.
Negating the first.
So it's a regular hit. So this thing sticks you, and it for just a split second, Mark, like, obviously it feels bad because she just stuck you with a pronged lance. And then you go ahead.
So Kyron just purchased a disadvantage.
Please disable those. Thank you. Okay.
Well, that's the only reason we got down the dragon. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So Darth Tyrant, I'm assuming you want disadvantage on that attack roll that he just rolled the crit.
No, he actually wants disadvantage for my next roll. That's what he's going.
That's a wild change.
He's turned against me. Turned against me.
Tyron, do you have a PayPal? You have PayPal? No.
Bribing our viewers.
Okay. I am going to assume it is for the disadvantage on her attack, so I'll go ahead and roll that. All right.
Second crit.
It's not a crit, but it's still a 24.
Well, we already established the 24 doesn't quite hit me, so I'm
okay.
just gonna stretch, relax.
Used to have a pretty high attack bonus.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's a bare minimum of a +5, which beats me.
Yes. All right.
No, it doesn't. Never mind.
No, it doesn't. You have more than a +5.
Yeah, I have a +6 right now.
Okay, so you aren't resistant to necrotic damage by chance, are you?
Nope. I'm resistant to nothing. Well, I'm resistant to crit damage, ironically. And,
yes.
Poison.
So there's a total of 22 points of piercing damage. Or I'm sorry, no, 22 points of damage, piercing, and necrotic. And just black lightning just crackles around your wound. And you just feel like some life has left you when that happens. So you take that damage, and your hit point maximum is also reduced by 14.
Ooh,
Lord.
And then she attacks again. I'm not lying, it's a crit.
All right, I'll negate that one.
This is just revenge for me critting earlier. That's what this is.
I guess. This is reverse dragon. This is reverse dragon.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm going to go down. Right. This is it. Mark is dead right here. Just some random no name.
Now, fortunately, Taston has negated it, so which is good. Ooh, feast or famine. All right. So it is 27 points of damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by an additional 16. And also, just in case, the way it works in 5e is you take the damage, then the HP maximum drops, so you don't like double dip into that.
No, I figured. If it's the other way around, then I am dead.
Yes.
Both and both.
And then the third attack. This one's not as good. It's a 21.
Well, that does still hit. She can actually put me down right here.
We'll see. Okay. So there's 23 points of damage total.
I'm at 0.
All right. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 16.
which puts me to a HP
Kinda
maximum
redundant.
of 50, by the way, for perspective.
And okay, so you go down and you see her. Those of you who are still conscious, she breathes a sigh of relief, like she was just holding her breath. After that, like she is glad that that worked. And then she cast a bonus action spell. And Rot. Next to Rot, a spiritual weapon appears, another flail, and I don't know if this will hit. Well, maybe. Oh, it does. I'm sorry. I know what Rot's AC is. So don't worry. This is not as bad as that other thing. Spiritual weapon. There you are. Do you do anything special when I do this? Oh, you do. Okay. So Rot takes a total of 8 points of force damage.
That drops him to 60.
Yeah, he's fine. Weak rolls. Okay. And then she uses her spider and gets out of dodge. The spider coils up and leaps over to the mushroom over here. And she shouts out and says, "The sword's away. Don't let them get it." All right. Draw warrior number 2. I got a gelatinous cube in my face. This is something that you really don't want to happen. But if it does happen, you just got to deal with it the best way that you can.
That gives you
And
gelatinous cube.
yeah. Okay. So he is going to swing his sword at it. He seems to be a little unsure as to what to do about this. He's like, I kind of wish we were briefed about this. It didn't seem important enough when we were talking about this earlier. Sorry, I'm just seeing if this actually has any effect on the sword when he hits it with it, because sometimes it does. No,
It's not like a
it.
rust beast, is it? I mean, similar
No.
effects. I mean,
Some slimes and oozes have something that happens when you hit them, but gelatinous cubes apparently don't. All right, so he attacks it twice. Pretty sure Glabghoul is straight up immune to poison. Oh no, he's not. Okay. Gonna make the save though, for sure. So he hits Glabghoul, not a big shock, and does some damage to him. I'll just roll this in the dice roller. Glabghoul is still up, but he's just taking chunks out of him.
all right, I accept me dying, but I swear to God, I'm gonna drive over to your house tonight, Third, if you kill Glabghoul. I'm just saying.
Glabghoul is like, he's actually just sitting there chopping, and you see like the poison actually seems to be affecting Glabghoul. Like there's bits of it just getting poisoned and falling off, and Glabghoul's like, this feels uncomfortable. It doesn't taste good. This one doesn't taste good.
Nope.
All right. Priestess. She does not want to get into the mix. She will knee her spider and it will leap over to here. And she will cast a spell that restrained a Duragar. You see this dark bolt come out from her finger as she points at it. And she manages to roll double ones. Perfect. It just goes wild and echoes across the ceiling, bouncing and fizzles. And you can see the Inquisitor just stare daggers at her like she's very disappointed in her. And then the spiritual weapon will attack the restrained Duragar.
There's no
And this
favorites
is-
in this area, is there?
There's some like up above, but it's not like inundated like the other places before where it was just causing spell effects to go off. I mean, if you flew up there and started doing it, maybe, but not to give anyone any ideas.
No. Let's not make this harder.
Yeah, I was thinking about that and I was like, Well, it's still just up there, and this would probably make this battle just a complete cluster if that happened.
Yeah. It's basically like it's a new spell called Random.
Yeah. All right. And Crowling climbs out the back of the wagon because this is loud. He doesn't have any armor on, but he does have that sword with him. And fortunately, he doesn't have any exhaustion right now because you've been great at restoring him and tending to him. So he will look at this all going on. And you see when he sees all the drow attacking, he just has this pure malice, which seems to almost instantly come into his eyes. Like he just hates these people. And this is like almost an unnatural hate. And he is going to...
Can Paladins Berserker Rage?
I've seen some multi-classed barbarian, but...
Okay. It's like, is that a thing?
Yeah. He casts the spell as a bonus action. And you see these spirits of the dead which start to fly around him and encircle him. And he is going to go forward in 15, climb in the mushroom. He says, we need to kill these drow now. They are agents of Loth, and I will not suffer that they live. And
On
this
board
is
with the plan, since that was the plan. Sure, let's do that.
Yeah. And he can't reach them. He's going to cast Sacred Flame at this drow warrior.
Do I recognize the spirit spell that he did as something from the Kalimvor domain, or would that be something that would be considered, quote, sacrilegious?
No, it's not.
Okay.
This it's a clerical spell. So it's like, what is this? Spirit Shroud. Clerics
okay.
and both clerics and paladins get it. Also warlocks and wizards, strangely enough. It's a necromancy spell, but I mean Revivify is a necromancy spell too.
Right, yeah.
And it can deal either radiant, necrotic, or cold damage. So
Okay.
it's one of those things which serves quite a few people.
Okay.
So not necessarily something that's like, aha, I'm evil now.
And now wait a minute.
No, this round makes a dex save. Fortunately makes it. So he is okay. All right, back to the top. Mark. So you have a death saving throw coming your way.
Oh, right.
Leaping it off.
One of these days I'll remember how this works.
It is just a straight D20 roll.
5.
Ooh. So that is one death failure. All right, Liam.
I'm thinking about naming my warlock Karm.
Please make a dexterity saving throw as you start your turn in this.
Okay.
What are you thinking about naming? Sorry.
I was thinking about naming my warlock, I guess it would be Cram, actually.
Oh.
So that's going to be a 13 for my dex save. Oh, wait. No. That's... Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Unfortunately, that does not make it.
Okay.
So here's what
Damage.
happens. You do take damage, and you are currently restrained by the tentacles. It is... I know you're about to teleport out of this.
Well played.
Just 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
But it doesn't take your turn away. You still have... If you want to, you can use your action to try and break out with the strength or dexterity check, or you can just teleport out as a bonus action.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Yeah,
I got
probably
some
gonna do that.
plan.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is awful. All right.
Yeah.
So Misty step 30 feet.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Over here.
Here's where the fire starts.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Yep.
Okay, you hitting these two, like, I'm guessing it's going, like, right here.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. They are in a line, all four of them.
So...
Wait a minute. Okay.
Don't tase me, bro.
So they each need to make a dex saving throw.
And that's what I'll do. So I will do I'll actually do the Steeder first, because if it kills it, it might have implications on the dex saving throw for the person writing it. Well, is this one taking damage? No, he's not. Well, he's about to take a whole bunch because my first one is only a 12 on the Steeder. I'll do the other Steeder as well.
16 is your target. So.
Yeah. The other Steeder makes it, but this one does not. This could do it.
So 38 on a failed save.
So that does it. So you fry the Steeder right here immediately from this lightning bolt.
Burnt spider.
Yeah. It just
Yummy.
it blows apart and goo flies everywhere. This other one does not go down, but it looks pretty heavily wounded. It made the save, but it's still sucking eggs. So the reason I said this has implications is because if your mount dies or goes prone, you actually have to make a save. Otherwise, you go prone, and prone gives you disadvantage on dex saves. So that's why I want to look at this chain of events and see exactly what happens here.
Oh, so it's chain lightning. I get it now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're dying. No.
Man.
Mounted combat, the section that nobody ever turns to. This is like the grappling rules in 3.5, right? Okay. Controlling a mount.
And I just have to respond to Cord here really quick.
We are many.
That's the incantation for lightning bolt.
Well, yeah. Everyone knows that.
Works for me.
All right. So, okay. So he does manage to make the dismount and then does not fall prone. So he is going to roll a normal save for this and manages to fail. So it didn't matter anyway. So he's going to take a bunch of damage.
What?
He needs to have his hit points checked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, that drow is fried as well. So both of them are taken out. This Inquisitor, now she has a little more panache. But that doesn't help you when you roll a 2. So
Fair.
she takes the damage. And unfortunately is still up, but looks fairly bad off after that. Like that took her down quite a peg.
And Steeder?
The Steeder the Steeder below her saved.
Oh, okay.
I applied his
missed
damage.
that.
Yeah. So you blow up one of the warriors in its mount pretty much immediately and heavily wound the other one and the Inquisitor with that. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's my turn.
Myconids. All right, they're done.
Continue hiding, right?
Yeah. Glabagool starts ejecting pseudopods and like, you know how a cube goes up a hill, just ka-chunk, 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 starts going up towards this drow up here and trying to engulf him.
Feed the Glabagool.
Yes, feed.
Oh. Actually, it says large. It tries to engulf both of them.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
we'll do the Steeder first. The Steeder makes it. The drow makes it. So unfortunately, they have both made the save, so they are just pushed aside as it comes up. And yeah, that was his action. Unfortunately, he tried to engulf both of them, but they were able to make their dex saves and get out of the way. So, a valiant attempt, but they rolled well. He looks over at you, Liam the mage over here, and he's still clutching a bit of a wound on his side from an ice knife. And you can sense that he sees another mage that he so desperately wants to duel to show his prowess as well. So what he's going to do is he is going to kick the spider and tell him to leap. 5, 10, 15. Which does. Leaps over here, and then he points kind of like hanging off halfway on the side, so it's attached to both the wall and the floor there. And he starts making a very familiar incantation in motions, one which you just did. And he fires a lightning bolt over here.
Well, shit.
That's gonna be bad.
So I need both you and Liam and Ront, to please make a dexterity save. Doesn't seem to be as powerful as yours, but lightning bolt's a lightning bolt.
Right? 19 for Ront.
19. That's a save.
18.
That's a save as well. So only half damage. Okay. So half of 35 lightning damage.
Round up or down?
Round down. So I guess you're looking at 17 lightning damage. And both of you are still up after that, obviously. So he sneers at you and he says over his shoulder and says, Inquisitor, I think they're a little tougher than we thought. What are your orders next? She says, I'll tell you on my turn. All right. Drow Warrior 4 was the one that got disintegrated, right? Yes, he was. So he is effectively out of the initiative count. The Durgar. Okay. The Durgar are all, for Pete's sake. All right. So just going to do this quickly right here. All right. So at the end of all their saves and stuff, there actually ends up being several more that are restrained. Unfortunately, they've blown their saves. And they failed to get out. The other side seems to be doing relatively well, though. This one continues to be restrained, unfortunately, and he looks like he's about to give up the ghost. He just cannot seem to get out no matter what he tries. These 3 are restrained. These 3 are not. They managed to get out of it. So they will, seeing as you have teleported out, Liam, they will move out of here. Yep, he can make it. And they will move up to base this drow and start trying to slice at the steeder, the mount, to bring it down. Because if we're playing D&D, we're attacking mounts first.
Okay.
That's what everybody does. I attack his horse every time.
It's just mean. It's just really mean.
So I managed to score some hits on it. They don't manage to bring it down, but they are stabbing at it. And oh wait, this one was damaged already. No, never mind. It's still not enough. And they are shouting, "Bring down the steeders! Don't let them jump around." They seem to be familiar with this type of work. Ron's turn.
And Cord, that's awful. We mount an attack.
Okay.
So I think Ron has somebody in range.
Get off the stage. I'm here all week trying to deal.
Yeah, exactly. So Ront's would take an attack of opportunity from the spiritual weapon, right?
No, they cannot take an attack amount.
Oh, okay. Then he's out.
Okay. So I think he could either reach the mage or the Inquisitor and still attack thanks to his aggressive.
This is the Inquisitor,
Yep,
the lower
right here.
one? Okay.
Oh, going for the big dog. Okay, so Ront charges the Inquisitor.
Okay, and his attack roll is 19.
You have chosen
But that hits.
wisely.
And his axe does. Oh, wait, this is his specialty axe, though. It just won't break, is the only thing that I remember now.
Right,
Okay.
right. Otherwise, it's just +1.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow, Subcom. Good to see you. No, the problem with AoE spells is friendly fire.
Just kill me. You know you want to.
Well, no, you're right next
No,
to me.
it's Rod.
There's nobody over there, but he still gets you in.
Listen, Rot needs to live, okay?
He puts a little English on that lightning spell,
Yeah,
kind of give it a good,
just-
arcs it,
What was that movie, Wanted?
Oh, God.
Archie the
Yeah,
bullets.
yes. Bend the
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, no.
That's bad. That's bad.
You just do this.
Okay.
It works. So how much damage is he doing? To
Okay, 16.
16. Oh, okay. He is not looking too great at all.
Then does Ron have 1 or 2 attacks? He just has 1, right? No, he has an
He
extra
has
attack.
2. Yes.
Okay. All right. Second attack is 22.
that-
Natural.
That hits.
Okay. Is 10 points of damage.
Okay. And she's dripping blood pretty badly. Still not down.
Good God, man.
Yeah. All right. Taston, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have to do an athletics check to get up, so I will start with that. $15 on the dice with a... Come on, scroll up. 17.
17 makes it. So you scramble up the side.
I'm assuming Dawnbringer's not actually.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
And also not in my hand, but that, I mean, twice
Good.
over theater. I don't get 2 of them magically. And yeah. Let's see here. Since I am in range, I'm going to reach down and touch Mark and use my cantrip. Is it just spare the dying? Yeah, it is spare the dying.
I immediately die.
No, it's spare, not aid the dying.
Oh, okay.
It's not speed the dying.
I was worried for a second there.
Yeah.
What
So I
does
guess
that do, though?
That brings you back. You are stable and you have 0 hit points.
Okay, so it's...
Basically, you're no longer making death saves.
Yep.
Is there anything else?
I think that's my movement and my action. I don't think I have any additional. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right, Ren. Ren scrambles up. As dogs normally climb hills. Oh, very, very scrambly. And he takes off after the mage. Because he can reach him. And he jumps up and tries to grab onto the leg of this steeder and drag it down. He actually has a chance at making this thing go prone, which is awesome. Can hit it. He hits it.
Nice.
So he grabs onto one of the legs, just like you would a stick or something like that. Yeah, and he starts going and starts to pull back and uses momentum to drag it down to the ground. So this steeder needs to make a strength save, right? Yep. Oh Lord, it's like a stack of dominoes. It fails. So the steeder falls prone. And remember how I was saying about things which happen when you're mounted that you have to account for?
Mhm.
If The mount is knocked prone. You can use your reaction, or otherwise you fall prone. All right, so the mage is dismounted because he's going to use his reaction to fall prone, or to not fall prone. So the steeder is prone with Bran grabbing onto it. The mage uses his reaction to dismount and land on his feet, but he is no longer on the steeder. All right. And Bran says, "This tastes awful."
You can't imagine.
Yeah, shut up. So she goes by, she dashes, and she scoops up the hand crossbow that's right next to the slain drow. And she's bringing it up, but that's her entire actions, and she had to run and arm herself. All right, now down to the 9s. This is where things get interesting. Where's my number 1 at? Here's my number 1. All right. He will knee his steeder to jump and land right next to this Durgar who's restrained, and he takes out a short sword, manages to hit him. And I think even with poison resist. Yeah. This Durgar is slain after having taken a bunch of restrained damage and being in there for a little too long. And that's about all he can do. Warrior number 3 is currently based by 3 Durgar. Oof. The mount provokes an opportunity attack when you're on it. The attacker can target you or the mount. That sucks. All right. Sorry, I'm having to reference the mounted combat since I rarely do this. Training fighter. Okay. So he will engage his mount to disengage. So it cannot move as far, but it disengages. I don't especially care about Myconids. And he moves over here, and as it disengages, he takes out his hand crossbow and takes a shot at one of their Durgar as he retreats, and manages to miss terribly as they just deflect it with their shield.
Okay.
Inquisitor. The Inquisitor says, okay. Makes a morale check, and then says, "Fighting retreat, everyone." And goes ahead and casts a spell at Ront. No, I'm going to attack Ront. Why would I cast a spell at Ront? He's going to make that, and I know this. All right. She stabs her lance at Ront.
Okay.
The first one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
She's got a decent attack bonus. It's honestly not extreme. I've just, of course, been rolling pretty well for her. All right. So Ront takes 21 points of damage, and his hit point maximum is reduced by 12.
Right.
Right. And then she attacks again. It's a crit.
Okay, I'm going to stop that.
Okay. So normal hit. Oof. So 20 more points of damage on Ront, and hit point maximum is reduced by 13. And last attack, which is a 22 to hit him.
Well, yeah.
Oh, is he down?
Well, I mean, the hit hits, and he's only got 2 hit points left. So,
okay.
Unless you roll something phenomenally amazing, he's down.
No. So his hit point maximum is reduced by 12, but he goes down. Soak that last hit though, and she needs her Steeder in it.
Cord just bought you a reroll.
I agree with that video, by the way. We should murder third if he hurts Ron.
So that's for the last one? For the third attack?
I that would be the last one I did. So
Yeah.
they can try. She hits him still. It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I wouldn't buy rerolls for her when she's doing attack rolls. It's probably going to hit.
Guaranteed.
All right, so Ron goes down. She digs her heels into the side of the spider to direct it, and it takes a gigantic leap. Yep. 5, 10. So it has to do it in 2 leaps, but it leaps over here. And then she directs the spiritual weapon to go after, let's see, she casts this one. So it goes after Aston. So it swings around to attack you, Aston, with a 23.
Oh, that hits.
And that is 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
Ooh. And as she's leaping away, it's quite important. She says, regenerate that to Ront as she leaps away. All right. Draw warrior number 2. You are the one next to Glavagol. He says, help. And he takes a couple swings at Glavagol. Manages to block him twice. And Glavagol is still up, of course, but not looking too healthy, such as a gelatinous cube can. It is moving slow, and you can tell he's like just missing chunks of him. He's looking a little more liquidy now. All right, but that's him, the priestess, the ineffectual priestess who seems to just be whiffing everything. She will check her spell slots and say, okay. And she needs her Strider and jumps over here. And she touches the Inquisitor and casts Cure Wounds. You see a few of the wounds disappear. Such as it is, Cure Wounds can definitely not keep up with the normal amounts of damage, but it does help a little bit. And you see the Inquisitor say something to her, but it seems to be under. Well, the Inquisitor can't talk. It's not her turn. The priestess says something to her, and spiritual weapon attacks the Storgar and hits him. Finally, the priestess does something and rolls minimum damage. This is what happens when you worship Loth.
You get minimum damage.
Yeah. The priestess has been having all of the bad rolls, I think. Which sucks, because I kind of want to do guiding bolts, but it's just not going to happen today, I don't think. So Kralin will make an athletics check to get up here. And not a problem. He climbs up here, and he will look down at Mark and put his hands on him and use lay on hands.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
I can reach her this round. I already calculated it out, and I was like, well, it's a shame no one can heal me before I get my turn.
You are restored 35 hit points.
Okay.
And he whispers to you in Abyssal, and he says, kill her. He says, kill her and make sure she does not come back.
I don't know about that second part, although I could try to eat her. Not me, literally, obviously. I have a pet, wonderful friend who deals with that. Hey, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, yeah, you look up, you notice Ron's down. He has those same wounds on him.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Mark, it's your turn.
So I make it. This is going to burn a key,
Okay.
but I
just yeah. Shoot, shoot. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nothing
How
stops
tall
this
is
train.
this? How tall is this mushroom? I don't think it matters, but I'm just making sure.
You can run it up the side, so just use your normal.
Oh, that's right. I can. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I happen to have double my normal jump right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think either way you can.
I'm just gonna come. You know what?
You can just Mario up
on
here.
the off chance that this kills her, I'm gonna go for this. So, I'm gonna come in. Well, actually, hang on. So I can do 3 here, and that's so I could do 3d6 plus 6, or rather 3d6s, which are plus 6, or I can do 48. I think I'm gonna go with the 3d6s. I think that's what. So it's a little bit trickier, but we're gonna go for it. My first roll is a 20. Hang on. My second roll is a 19 on the dice. I assume that hits.
It does.
My third roll is a 17 on the dice. Hang on, let me figure that out. I'm pretty sure I'm at +6 right now. Yep, I am. So that's a 23.
Yep, that hits her.
3d6 plus 18. Much lower rolls. You'll be happy to know that's a 3, a 3, and a 2. So that's 8 plus 18. So 26, I think.
Yep.
26.
26 damage.
Well, that undoes all the healing plus more.
And I'm in melee. Right?
She's still up, but
God dang it! All that.
Do you
yeah.
have any move left?
I had to burn everything to make that happen.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, why?
Area of effect.
That's gonna be attack.
Get
op city,
clear.
I actually do have several squares of move left. So we'll go ahead and shuffle to the side, I think. And that should be fine-ish. No, I won't, because I'll be leaving his square, won't I? And I had to do a straight angle to get in there.
Yeah.
Just hit me. Just hit me.
I mean, the priestess will hit you. That's definitely a lot worse, or a lot better than the. Actually, the priestess. Let me check the priestess real quick. The priestess does not have a weapon out. So what is she going to do?
Yeah, okay. So like I said, I got 3 more squares.
Although I guess the Steeder would try and hit you.
I'm going to go ahead and shuffle over to here then.
Okay. So the priestess can attack you. The Steeder can attack a bot.
Bring it.
Okay. So as you go away, it like launches up one of its legs to try and stab at you.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, much lower to hit than the Inquisitor. And I roll a 9. So
that is not going to get
it
through.
misses you. Although you do notice it stabs into the mushroom as you leave, and it seems to like explode out that little webby thing. And it seemed to be trying to grapple you with that when it did that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But you circle around. The Inquisitor is nursing her wounds, and she's looking at you. And it's not her turn, so she can't do anything. So, Liam.
All
Do
right.
it. Finish it.
5, 10, 15.
Let's keep going. Keep going.
What's with everybody just
I'll
bowling
recover.
everybody over?
I'll recover. It's fine. Just keep going.
No,
I like that's completely in lore each time. Each time it's been in
Yeah.
lore.
Just go.
You go back. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
So that's as far as I need to go.
Okay.
Now, lightning bolt.
Okay.
So I can hit the mage, the Inquisitor, and the priestess.
Let's see. So where's your lightning bolt? Oh, okay. You're right here. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage.
So it is a 16.
It's like having Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So Dex 16.
Okay.
And oh, nice.
No. By reroll.
I have a stupid question. What level are we?
You're 8, right?
8.
Okay. That's what I thought. Making sure.
I hope so, because that's what I made my new character at, because I thought we were matching.
Make sure there's no. So 34 damage.
Okay. So I'm going down as the lightning bolt will hit them. The Drow Mage first. Actually, I'm sorry. The Steeder first, I guess, technically. The Steeder is probably Spider Goop. The Steeder is Spider Goop. So it just launches into the Steeder and explodes it just like the other ones. Gets all over Bren. He just has a bit of his leg just held in his mouth still. The mage has made the save.
Okay.
So that's still what you said. That's 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. He's barely still alive. But more importantly, he has to make a concentration check on his black tentacles, which is still up.
Okay.
Next, we have Steeder P. Good old Steeder P. Steeder P has made the save.
Okay.
So it takes a grand total of 17.
Yeah.
Priestess. The priestess looked up and just said, huh, and then caught it in the face.
Nice.
She dies.
Oh, thank God.
She just looks up and just gets blasted off, and you don't see the body hit, but you're pretty sure that's done. Steeder DI. Steeder DI has made the save. But it doesn't matter because it was already damaged. Splat. So the Inquisitor will try and make a dexterity save as she dismounts. Okay, so she lands basically next to you, Mark. On her feet as the Steeder disintegrates from under her, and she tries to make her save against the lightning bolt, and she has failed.
Yes.
Yeah. So she takes 34.
Yep.
Let's
In the face.
Let's calculate this real quick. Okay. She is barely standing. You can see, Mark, you are next to her. She looks terrible. Like her mouth is just open panning. There's just blood going all over the place, and she's clutching that lightning bolt wound. She looks terrible. But she's still up. Good lightning bolt.
All right. Free action. I'm going to yell to Bryn. Fight the mage.
He spits out. Well, he will. He nods at you.
Yeah, that one.
Myconids. Stool goes up to them and poofs some spores on them that just goes all over them. And I need to make some constitution saves. Drow, and for you. Okay. You see the drow just exhale a cloud of spores as it seems to not cover his mouth before they are inhaled in. And Rampant goes over and does the same. And the drow is just hacking and coughing as this happens.
Do we find out here at the very end of this tale that they're like some sort of viral powerhouse? Like some sort of like sarin gas. He starts to melt from the inside.
Don't breathe this. No. I'll tell you right now, no.
Okay.
You know what? We'll probably come back to that in just a second, next turn. But let me just check to see.
Does the steed need to make a con save as well?
It did.
Okay.
It is thrashing around like it did not like that a whole lot. Ah, there you are. Okay. Cool. And after they do that, they start dancing in place. Okay. Glabagool. It's like, my life is pain, even though I can't feel pain. And it tries to do something different next time. It's going to lash out with its pseudopods because other stuff hurts. And it hits.
Yay!
Yay. So he hits this drow and flaps the pseudopods against him. Oof, for 15 acid damage. Drow goes, ah! It's still up.
It burns.
Drow mage. Oh boy. Get rid of that priestess. Oh boy. I don't like the way this dog is looking at me. All right, so he's going to make a morale check. All right. Well, it's something I can do that will save me. All right, he casts a spell and he turns invisible. So you can see, I'm just going to see if I can tint him real quick. There we go. So you see footsteps headed away. So you know his general location. And they disappear into this building over here.
Smell him, Bryn. No, actually, I'm kidding. Keep doing what you were doing to do, Bryn.
Okay. The Durgar. Here we go again. Ooh, that's not good. These three Gurdar get bashed to death that are still in the black tentacles. The rest of these three survey the situation. And they will move up on this steeder right here. Last one will make a javelin attack. And they start cutting into it as well, but do not manage to take it down. They shout out that they're losing men. But they're still up. Ront. So Ront needs to make a death saving throw.
All right. That is 16.
16. Okay. He has one success. Daston, it's your turn.
Can you finish her in any way? I'm actually curious because I have a couple
From
of
this
ideas.
distance?
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering because I can do things, but it's a long time until it's my turn. So
I gotta check the range on some of my stuff, but I don't think it's quite that good.
Sacred Flame might.
I think that's 60-foot range.
if you go full movement, you'll be 45 feet from her.
I mean, I have an acing those dexterity saves in her.
It is true. It is true.
As she, tried to eat a lightning bolt
with her face.
Yeah.
Um.
You know what's sad is she actually has advantage on saving throws, and she still failed.
Jesus. By the way, do you mind telling me now how much HP her max is? I'm honestly quite curious.
Her average is 143.
Jesus. Yeah, I thought so. Damn.
In fact, she'd be dead right now if she didn't get healed.
It's only 30 feet.
But, that's the dangers of grouping up. You get lightning bolted.
All right, let's see how far guided bolt goes.
Damn it, Ford.
You should say that line as if you go that route.
Okay. Guiding bolt is 120 feet.
You can make that from where you're standing.
It was a lot farther than I thought it did. I thought it was another 30-foot one. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you got it. Range 3 kilometers. Well,
Okay, well, got my Patriot missile ready. Okay. So I'll move up. Probably, sorry. God. Again.
this battlefield is just cursed. That's what it is.
I know. Is it next to or past Bryn for distance?
Why?
I mean, it's not that it's a big deal, but I guess I want to stay close, I guess. Sorry. Stay close enough so I can fix
I'll come
rolls,
over.
since I'll be right there.
Yeah, just next to us.
Yep. Okay. All right. So flashlight, make a stand. Makes a ranged spell attack on the target.
Don't do that.
Okay. 17.
Hit.
Okay. Okay, and that's 46. He makes it. There's no saving on this, is it? It's just a spell attack. Okay.
Yeah, it's a spell attack.
2, 5, 7, and that's 13.
13 total?
Yeah, 13 total.
All right. You hit her and she falls over, one with that radiant energy.
Holy crap. Not that it matters, but her body glows until the end of the next turn, and she's at.
Everybody knows.
Okay.
Everybody can see. They're like, oh. Okay. I'll turn Bren. He rushes after the footsteps, and you see him biting and snapping at the air, but he doesn't seem to make connection with anything. He says, he's here, but I just can't lay teeth on him. So Ashes starts running towards the Inquisitor's corpse, and she shouts out, "Don't let her die yet.
Sorry.
Stabilize her."
At this range, I can't. Well, plus we're still in combat, so there's not much I can do anyway.
All right, so we're getting down to the Drow Warrior 1, who check, and he will kick his mount. He will disengage, not move as far though. He seems incredibly upset. His mistress, no. And he fires a crossbow bolt off at you, Mark.
Bring it.
Because you're the only one standing there.
Do you want to try? Do you want to catch it?
Does it hit me? I mean,
I don't think so. Actually, it's only a 10.
that will not hit me. I guess I can still try to catch it though, can't I?
You can if you would like to. Want to flex on him?
You know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I'm not having a great day. You know. Okay, so I need to roll a d10. Okay, just making sure. I've only done this like twice. So if that damage does less than 20, I catch it.
I mean, the actual piercing damage can't do more than that. So you catch it.
All right.
I'm going to go definitely got nasty poison on it.
I'm going to burn the key.
I'll throw it back.
Yep.
Okay, make your attack roll.
You're going to Jack Burton that?
You hit him.
Wow.
Hey, what's the damage?
Wow.
I don't know. What is the damage on the stupid thing?
I think you use your monk dice for it.
Hang on. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That's funny. And of course, there's some poison on it.
Yeah, I got to
12.
make a con save, or it takes 12 points of damage. Ow. That's more than you can actually do with the crossbow bolt.
I threw it hard.
Okay,
he adds velocity to it as you send it back.
He makes the save. So you see, like when the crossbow bolt leaves, you see like he suddenly realizes that he probably should not have done that. Like he knows this is a bad idea. He knows you're not supposed to shoot the monk, but he just did it out of a snap instinct. And then it comes back at him. He looks up, surprised, and you see him grimace like he's expecting to try and resist this poison. He does. He rolls.
I was really hoping to see this poison go off.
He rolls an 8. No, rolled 23 actually.
Jesus.
But he's like, I made a mistake. That was wrong of me. I'm sorry. I hope my mistress didn't see that. Oh, she can't. She's bleeding out.
I'm just looking at him like this right now.
I see you.
1 by 3. I got to tell you, I'm rolling hot stuff for all these morale checks.
They've got this.
They're
They're
in it to win it, huh?
trained. You know,
Okay.
they're elite. Apparently,
Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna dash with my mount. So technically, the Myconid's getting an attack of op. Ha ha ha. They miss.
Perfect.
With their mighty +1 to hit.
Yep.
And he leaps 5, 10, 30. Fucking A. I just saw you slice that dude in half with a crossbow. I don't want to do that.
No, go ahead. Fire another
no,
one.
it's okay. I'm cool.
We've got to regroup though.
Yes,
I know what
please,
I'm gonna do.
regroup.
Yeah.
Yes, group up together. A little more to the left.
So the second
a
leap,
little more.
he says, "Don't worry, brother. Don't worry." The second leap lands him next to Glabagool. And he
Oh, you better not kill Glabagool. I swear to God.
he draws a sword and slices at him twice.
This is it. We're gonna kill Third right here. We're gonna murder him in real life, just like that video.
Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
All right. I need to roll these. He's hit twice.
Quick, someone reroll. Make him do one of the rerolls. Make him do a reroll. Give him disadvantage. It's for Glabagool.
Glabagool goes down.
Oh,
Okay, seriously. Oh, that's true. We do have a cord roll. We actually do have a cord roll. Let's burn a cord roll. Do it.
Okay.
can I even?
I will expose this right now. I have to roll a natural 1 to miss him.
Oh my God. Oh.
Glabagool's AC is 6.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's legit. All right. No. All right.
Can I even heal a gelatinous cube? Is that even a thing?
I mean, it's not a construct or undead, so yeah.
Okay. I've literally never had
As
this
long as we-
concept
I was gonna
approach before.
say-
I was like,
Wait a second.
No idea.
Is he permanently? Is this like those games where like if a certain type of unit goes down, there's no way to restore them? Because I'm going to be really upset then.
I mean, basically, the way I play that is, in general, you kill NPCs unless you're actually trying to save them. Right. Because we just assume that they bleed out if no one really does anything, right?
And Cord changed his mind, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I delete. Well, I mean, I guess technically I shouldn't have deleted the Inquisitor because the priestess is dead. You can't even save her.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll hold off on the disadvantage that Tyron just fought. We'll use
Okay.
that coming up.
All right. So yeah. So the other warrior says, "Oh, thank you. Oh my God, that acid hurt so bad." Inquisitor is down, so I'll go ahead and move her out of there. Drow warrior number 2. Oh, now I can finally get out of this mess. Let's see. Should I jump into the Durgar or jump into the person that I can't shoot?
You should come after me.
Yeah, go for the monk. It'll be funny.
Actually, yeah.
It's funny. Normally, I'm quite tanky. I'm a little amazed she just shredded me down in a turn.
I don't know what that lance was, but that was putting in some serious work.
No kidding.
It's called a Death Lance.
Oh, that's why. There you go. It's in the name.
Exactly. Okay, so he leaps twice. Oh no, I don't want to shoot you with the crossbow bolt. Okay.
Do it.
He will.
I roll taunt.
He has his sword down at his side, his short sword, wiping off Glabagool ooze. And he is ready in action. Priestess is down, and definitely nobody's reviving her. All right, Krellin. "30. Says, I wish I had monk speed. That would be pretty useful about now.
Yep.
It is one of my favorite features of the class. No joke.
When you absolutely have to get there yesterday.
All my stuff requires that I be up and melee you. This sucks. The only other thing that will get me closer takes 10 minutes to cast. So obviously, that's not going to work.
Yeah. You could amble over by then.
But I can cast Sacred Flame on this warrior. So that's what we'll do. And he'll roll a natural 20 and dodge out of the way. Colin says, "This is very, very rough fighting after my recovery." Mark.
Oh, hey, yeah. So, where'd the? Oh, they're dead. Right. There's just a steeder left.
Yes.
Where'd they go?
Yeah, it looks like it's still wanting to fight, for sure. These are obviously trained, so they seem to still be.
Just to be sure, I can move partial my move, do an attack, and I still have more attacks that I can then move and go. Okay, yeah.
That's right.
Hi.
Screech.
20, unnatural.
That hits.
That's going to be 10 damage.
Oof. You take a big chunk of the carapace off, but it's still moving.
Darn. All right, next attack. That's going to be a 19.
That hits.
And that's going to be less. That's going to be 8 damage.
All right, and that brings it down.
Okay.
You reach in and grab its heart.
I didn't know these things had a heart.
Hold on. Which one of these?
Amazing.
Whoops. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Which one of these shot at me?
This one right here. Okay.
I like to think that what actually happens is in lore, I rush up and then like back walk a bit out of the other guy, like,
Wait a minute, you.
Change my mind. So that's a 20.
Definitely hits him.
By the way, I'm actually targeting. Well, no, should I? His steed hasn't taken any damage, right?
It has.
I'm going to target a steed with this.
Okay. Now we're playing D&D.
So that's double the dice. So that's 12, and then plus 6. So that's 18.
18 total.
Yep, to the steed.
Okay. It almost takes it down, but it's not quite.
Well, I got one last hit.
He says, "Stop punching my mouth. What are you
20.
doing? Are you
Who
evil?"
does that?
20 something, 24 to hit the mouth.
Yeah, it is.
And that's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, so that takes out the steed.
You liquefy the steed.
And he'll make a dex save to not fall prone. We actually, wait, is it a save or is it this? Okay, no, he's actually pretty good at this. It's
Yay.
almost like he's supposed to be writing this. All right, so he barely manages to stay on his feet, but he slides off the steeder as you take it down and lands next to you.
I just smile.
Well, he's not smiling. He looks angry and concerned and a little hurt that you just returned his crossbow bolt to him. Liam, it's your turn.
I mean, you got a bundle over there. Oh wait, no.
That's the Durgar.
That's the Durgar. Never mind.
Easy.
Kill the fire.
man.
Do it. They're in a. Okay, so real talk, real quick. Okay, while he's deciding that, there was a board game I was playing, and it had it was like the D&D, one of the D&D light ones, and it had specific AI rules, and you had to follow them even if they're disadvantageous. And one of them was anytime more than 3 people are next to each other, you have to cast what is effectively a fireball at that group. Doesn't matter who they are.
Oh, okay.
So we accidentally, I was playing with Charlie. We accidentally grouped up on this. It's like, all right, here we go. Oh no.
And on fire.
Yep.
Well, that works. All right, so 5, 10, 30, that'll work. All right, and I cast Shatter here.
You got to say the line.
The line?
The court said earlier.
Oh, for the uphill?
Ruins are susceptible to shatter, right? Let's ruin them even more.
Oh, that. Sorry.
All right, so I have a con save coming my way, don't I?
Double checking. Shatter is each creature within a 10-foot radius must make a con save.
All right, here we go. I have a 9.
That fails.
Okay.
So 3d8 thunder damage. 20.
Okay. So he becomes visible. And that is because he's down.
Visible
As you
all
blow
over
the runes
place.
apart, you just see his body fly against the wall and crumple. He's down. And Bran is wincing, holding his ears, going, ah, ah, ah. So, you think that the number of times it's happened, I'd be used to that by now, but no.
And you think that's bad? I knew these goblins once.
He can't hear you right now.
Chatter is a terrible spell. Okay. So Machinids, they dance, Glabagool, he's down. The DM's out of the running. No longer playing in the initiative.
Thank
This
God.
is starting to look a little more one-sided now. So these 3 Duragar will move up here. And they will all chuck javelins at this. Our warrior's not hurt. So at the Steeder. And only one of them manages to hit because they just chunked them in the dirt. So the Steeder is still up. And we come to Bront, who must make a death saving throw.
All right. 14.
14. That is a success. And Heston.
Do you have ranged heals, by the way? Random question. Like, I know you have touch heals.
Aid is the only one I have. So let me see how far that goes. Please be more than 30. Please be more than it's 30. Okay. I think I can move to here.
Okay.
20. I can't quite reach you. So I have. Shield of Faith is 60 feet. That I can do. You get a +2 AC bonus.
All right, all done?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Bren. Bren runs over and tries to attach himself to the leg of this drow. And he unfortunately misses. Barely. But he does not manage to get a hold of him through the armor. All right. Ash's turn. She will clamber up this mushroom onto this other one over the body of the Inquisitor. And she will grab the Death Lance and coup de grace the Inquisitor. And she will scream out, "For Loth, I have passed your test," as she does this. All right.
So now this is becoming the boss battle against Ash. This is phase 2 is what this is.
Oh, no.
That'd be funny, but no. That'd be
Damn your
video gaming.
inevitable turn.
That would be very video gaming, but that would be kind of awesome, you gotta admit.
All right. Drow Warrior 1. You are Mr. Crossbow. Come. These people have will of iron. I swear I've been rolling morale checks very, very consistently, and nope,
They're just like, no, we're
They're
good.
just
We're
they're just
good.
gonna do this, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're fiercely loyal and they do have a pretty good wisdom save, so they're not going to turn that easily. But what they might do is, oof. Mark and Brand, you may take an attack of opportunity. As he runs towards the Inquisitor.
Well, does a 26 hit?
Yes.
So that's going to be
Painful.
8 plus 6. I can't
14.
math. 14.
14.
Okay. And Ren will attack and unfortunately misses with a natural 1.
He bites
so
me.
Yeah, he's like, well, you taste better, actually.
Oh my God, Brent, no! And he's a cat.
I think I likes the taste of flesh. No, unfortunately did not drag him down, but he takes a massive blow to the head. And he runs over to the, let's see if we can do this. Yep, he clambers up the mushroom and he stands over the body of the Inquisitor. And he casts a spell. This is an innate drow thing. Darkness spills out from where he is. Magical darkness. And you can see you were. Let me draw this out because I don't know if you're in it or not, Mark. This might be important. It's not 15. 15. Okay, you are in it, Mark. So, Mark, Bren, and Asha, you are suddenly enveloped by magical darkness. And Tassin, you can see this billow up just in front of your face. And everyone else, you can see there's just this sphere of magical darkness that is right here. All right. Next up, we have DW3. Will of Steel.
Okay.
Leap. So here's the problem. He can't see either. So he's going to put a shot into the back of this Durgar and hits. Well, he's undamaged. He's been making his saves. And he is resistant to poison. So the Durgar takes a shot to the back, goes, ow! And he turns around and looks very cross at this other drow. EW2. All right. This one looks over at the globe of darkness, looks over at everything, and he picks the sides of his spider and wheels it around and starts leaping to flee. So he seems to actually be retreating. The first one to fail a morale check. He is getting out of here. And that's it for the DWs. Rowan. He will lay hands on Rot and return him back with 1 hit point.
Hooray.
And he says to Tastin, and he points at the one retreating. He says, don't let any of them get away. Not one can escape.
Mark, say this with hatred or concern?
Both.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm a little occupied right now. Although I can.
Yes. So the world just went dark for you, Mark.
Yeah. So bonus action. Blind sight.
Oh, okay. Well, now you can see.
Hey, so what is that guy doing up
Wait
there
a
other
minute.
than making really
He
nice
is
art?
extracting a bag from the Inquisitor.
No, you're not. I have decided that I do not like this action.
So you have advantage since he cannot see in the dark.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he cannot see in magical darkness, rather.
I have an advantage to hit, right?
Yes.
I want to be very clear about that because my first roll was a 1.
Okay.
My second roll was a 19, so I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's going to hit.
Do hit him.
That's going to be 12 damage. Nice. For the back of the
Okay.
head, I guess. I'm rolling really well at my damage here. This might not hit. That's going to be an 18.
That does hit.
Okay. That's much less damage. 8 damage.
Okay.
And that's going to be an 18 to hit as well. That's a 12. And that's going to be a 19 to hit. And that's a 12. There's a lot of punches.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, those are all the punches I can do. I can't do any more punches yet.
He holds on to his
Jesus
lone little
Christ.
George Washington hit point.
He's surely I can't. I don't have anything else I got.
He is gasping. You can hear him. He is bad.
I'm right next to him though. Just want to
Yes.
be very
Oh,
clear
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
We move from this.
You can
area
tell he
to
was
dead.
not expecting someone to just come up there and strike him with accuracy. This wasn't in the briefing.
That actually took everything I got to do.
Hold on. I need to have him make
17
concentration checks.
Oh yeah.
Actually still up.
Wow.
Wow.
As he's on the verge of death. No, I've got to use the force. Use the force.
A severe beat down.
Yeah, he's proficient in con saves. So all right. Liam. Do you see the darkness goes up and you hear a bunch of kung fu movie sounds come from inside? You can tell that Mark's beating someone up.
I mean, I think he just punched out that guy's stomach. That shouldn't even be possible.
Man, there's just nothing.
If you can get the fleeing guy, because I basically just gave up on him. It was between the fleeing guy or the guy on the sphere, and I went for the guy on the sphere.
Ooh, actually, could do that.
I cast fireball randomly in the middle
Yeah.
of the sphere.
I'm concerned by that.
It'll work.
No.
Yep.
On everybody.
It's okay. I got an evasion and Asha doesn't matter, so let's do it.
Wow. Sold out.
Okay, I've got 2 options here. What's my range?
Range of fireball is like 120. That's fine.
Wasn't back in 3.5, wasn't there a meta magic specifically called extend range, which could turn a mage into a sniper?
Yeah, and there's actually it's in this too. It's a
really?
sorcerer thing.
Disgusting.
Although I think now you can actually pick it up as a feat. Of course, there may be some items. Yeah, meta magic adept. So you can pick this up as a wizard if you take a feat. And it can double the range on spells
That seems dangerous.
or make some touch things ranged.
Also seems dangerous.
So we're talking about like jazz hands, inflict wounds, things like that.
Yeah. Truly deadly.
So basically 90 feet is my range. So
We could just say the battlefield.
has this guy taken damage?
Which one?
The one that's running away.
Let's see. The Steeder has evident damage on him. The guy on riding him does not. The Steeder has like acid damage from Glabagool. But he looks fresh.
All right. In that case, I'm going to cast Vitrolic Sphere.
Okay. That's a savey kind of thing, isn't it?
It is. It is a Dex 16.
Oh, good. That's the save I'm not proficient in. Take that. All right. So, does it do damage immediately?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do the Cedar first. The Steeder rolled a natural 20, but I still need to know damage because he's injured. What?
Disadvantage. The disadvantage that
From
Tyra
way
bought earlier.
back when she was
Oh,
attacking.
okay. Then he fails.
All right. Vitrolic Sphere. There we go. Reaches out, explodes in a 20-foot radius. Each dexterity save, failed save, 10d4 acid damage on blast.
No. We want you to use your D4s. Here's this spell.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's like, why not do? Okay, whatever.
Oh, I get it. This is what is it? Acid arrow on steroids.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Endless burning.
Yeah.
30 damage on the 10d4.
Okay, so the important thing is that kills the Steeder. Which means I need to make a save to not fall prone. And I do make my save. Okay, so I'll just roll my dex. Okay, the Drow Warrior does make the save with an 18.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm proficient in that, so it's in the 20s. Still makes a save. So he takes, what, half of...
30.
Half of 30, so he takes 15. Okay, 15 acid damage still. And it blows up his mount.
And end of next turn, it will take an additional 5d4.
Oh. Even if I save?
Well, creature takes half the initial damage. Oh, half the initial damage and no damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was just going off of like acid arrow memory if that was just a buffed one.
I was.
Okay. So he gets burned by a bunch of acid and he's definitely running away now. Mike Dance Dance. Rabagul. There's that roll. The Duragar. 15.
I will be back in a minute.
Okay. They will go after this guy who just back attacked them. And they managed to slice up his mount some more. These Durgar need to sharpen their swords just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Not super helpful as far as
Yeah.
helpful NPCs go.
All right. Ronda's up. He spends half his movement to get up, but he's up.
Okay.
Yeah. They've mainly been good for just tanking hits.
He's not going to enter the darkness because he can't see in magical darkness. So he's going to stop at the edge.
Okay.
And then hold his attack action in case.
But he can
That's
attack
relevant.
to drop a drow.
Right. In case
All
they
right.
come running out. And that's his turn.
That means it's your turn.
My turn. I am going to cast Dispel Magic on the Globe of Darkness.
Well, that sucks. The darkness goes down. Mark is withdrawing his fist from this guy's stomach, who is just
There's just this
vomiting
giant
blood.
hole there. It's weird.
And he has the bag with Dawnbringer in it.
Okay, so I move, and then I have to roll athletics to get up the.
It's really just
Or is it
half
pretty
movement.
steppy stone?
Yeah, it's pretty steppy, so it's just difficult terrain to get up.
Sorry,
Well, I mean, you could just tell her to move. Gosh.
No, no.
Asha, look.
Please. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Ren. That mushroom's real crowded. But he can make it because he has 40 feet of movement. He goes over to try and bite this drow. And hits.
Just
and since he has 1 hit point left, he goes down.
Yay.
And he drops the bag, and Bren does he just can't help himself. He does the shake even though he knows he's going down. All right. Asha reaches down and seems very pleased with herself. And she pulls a symbol of Loth off of the Inquisitor and says, yes, finally. And that's not my action. So who's left?
There's fleeing guy
dude in the middle.
and dude in the middle. I think that's it. All right, so I'm going to pick you up, Tessin, and throw you towards Glavigal so you can.
I was going to say,
quicker.
there's no quick way to get there for me. It's going to take a few movements.
Way over there. Give me I actually do it. Does a health potion work on a slime on Glavigal?
Damn good question.
That's a good question.
Because I actually still have one on me.
Practical applications.
I just throw the health potion in and watch the glass go.
Once somebody tries that, we'll come to it.
Got it. I got to deal with Fleer first.
All right. So she turns around and she laughs and she says, your house is pathetic. And she fires a guiding bolt at this fleeing one. Her bonus. That is hit. Okay. Too bad. So he gets hit. He stumbles a bit, but he doesn't go down. But he is now glowing. And she seems so ecstatic, so happy. Drow Warrior 1. You are the one who just died, aren't you? Yeah, so we're just going to take you out of there. You tried, but it didn't work. Drow Warrior 3. Are you going to make your morale check? He does. He's like, I got this. No, actually, that's
what?
No.
Okay. Prepare to taste some deck.
The morale check screwed. He's just going to disengage with his strider and get out of there. He just won't try and do it stupidly like the other one. So disengage, and then he personally will dodge. So he's taking up a defensive position. This other one continues to just... first he casts a spell behind him, and darkness flies up again. It's over here. I'm not going to find another thing. But he's basically using it to cover his retreat. Oof. Make your check, dude. Let's see. Okay, he's fine. And Millen. So I still can't reach it. So he goes up there. He's going to hold his sword at a ready position at Asha and look at you concertedly, Taston. And says, it seems that Loth still favors her. Maybe we should take care of this. Mark, it's your turn. He had a dash to get up there.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just clarifying a rule thing.
Okay.
That's what I thought. So this guy, is that accurate to where he is, the fleer?
It is.
And he is literally just in range. So because I'm a monk,
Mm-hmm.
I monk it up a little.
Okay.
And
do.
I'm in the darkness right now, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So my blind sight is up for the next hour, and that means no one sees the giant demonic flames coming out of my eyes.
Wow.
Oh, okay. You're gonna make him.
So he needs to make a dex save. Yeah, exactly. So he needs to make a dex saving save.
I need to find. I'll make a dex saving save. Yes.
Shut up. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I actually need to see how blind works with dexterity saves. So I
that's a good
imagine he's
question.
probably, because I mean he's technically blind to your attack right now.
That's a good question.
That's
Roll
ironic with
perception
IBs.
here. You know what's really funny? I'm sorry. I love Monk because what I'm picturing in lore is like we've got this long battle, and there's just this dart that keeps doing this across the battlefield.
Yeah.
Trying to...
Like
Okay,
the
right.
light cycles in Tron.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it actually doesn't impose any disadvantage on his dexterity.
Oh wow! All right. Well, he's got a dex save of whatever it is. Hang on, I got. Give me a second.
I imagine they probably did that just for the sake of simplicity. So many
It's
things are just
better right now, isn't it? Yep. So it's whatever it normally is +1 because I got that belt.
okay.
I don't remember what it normally is. I'm trying to find that.
It should be your wisdom plus your proficiency +8.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be, I can math 15 total.
Okay.
See.
So let's make that save. That has succeeded for him.
Darn it. Okay. And it's no damage on fail. So
Okay.
that was all I can do this
There's
turn.
a-
I'll do it again. I'm faster than you.
I mean he can't get away.
Just so you know, I'm
although you-
faster than you.
You aren't full health though.
I am not at full health. I am actually
Right.
quite damaged to be.
Yeah, you see him
honest.
spin around. He is looking wildly because obviously he can't see in his own darkness. So as far as you know, he just dodged a laser beam of some sort that came from the darkness. Liam, it's your turn.
Oh.
Things look like they're cleaning up.
Yeah, I didn't expect the battle to still be going on here. How hurt does Cedar 3 and
The Steeder 3 looks pretty badly hurt. The warrior on top of him looks undamaged.
okay. Well, I guess in that case, fireball it is.
All right.
Okay. Nope, wait.
I mean, there's no way you can't reach him with
Yeah,
fireball.
it's 150. For some reason, I was thinking it was 60 feet. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a. It's just a dex save, isn't it?
It is just a dex save.
Yep. So if you want to roll that first.
Well, the Steeder has succeeded, although I don't think it matters.
Flaming
Save,
chunks.
dismount.
$31 damage.
All right. So unfortunately, they both saved, but it doesn't matter for the Steeder since the Steeder goes down in a burning husk. And he has taken some damage from the fireball and has managed to land on his feet.
So you rolled both dex saves for him?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, he rolled pretty well, and he's got a pretty good bonus. Okay. Durgar. So they don't really look like they're going to pursue if they're running away, but they are tossing parting javelins, just as a goodbye gift. 2 of them crit him. Okay.
Nice.
Finally.
I know. He's like, well, good thing they can't throw those though. Doesn't take him out, but probably takes him by surprise. as they sink into him. And it's Ron's turn. This is really just a race to see if I can get away with anybody at this point in time.
About the distance, right?
He's going the distance. He's going for speed. All right. Is he done?
Yeah, he doesn't have
Okay.
an attack from here.
And Taston.
I'm gonna reach down and pick up Dawnbringer,
Okay.
which I'm assuming is an action.
Actually, it's not. Just to draw it out of the bag, it is your item interaction, which is like the one free interaction of that sort you get. And you draw it out. And it's burning like at 60 feet right now. It's fully ignited. Just it's like Asha goes, oh no. No, stop. Actually, it's so high up, it's affecting the Duergar over here. They're going, oh.
All right,
because they have sunlight sensitivity and they are technically in daylight right now.
Yeah, turn it down again, Dawnbringer. We're
never. I'll never turn it down.
Whoa, hey, we're okay. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be forever lit.
Well, okay. Well, we'll have to work on that. So I'm gonna move this direction, but I know that's gonna club everybody in the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and go around here. And I'm gonna cast aid on Ront.
Okay. So
and myself, since I'm also in range.
Yep. All right. Next up is Bren. Bren is going to follow your lead. So he starts rushing after the drow that are retreating. Asher says something rather rude to Cuillin, who's threatening her, and she moves away.
That sounds better.
She's just going to move over here. She's like, I'm done with this battle. Oh, no, actually, I can still reach this guy. She fires off another guiding bolt and hits. Weak house. What are you even doing here? All right. So that is on him. He staggers, but he's still up, and he is now glowing. Actually, both of them are glowing, aren't they?
Now, does that give us advantage or anything?
On the next attack roll against him has advantage.
Can we see the one in the glowing globe of darkness, or does that?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, I was like, that seems odd, but
I'm reenacting a horror movie over here. It's me as the monster.
I was gonna say this is the end of the movie where you think you're safe, and then out of the closet comes, it's Jason.
Except Jason just punches in this version.
Yeah, well, he does. Yeah, it doesn't need a machete.
This one ducks behind this building and disappears into some mushrooms. Actually, is out of sight, and even Mark, like you look over there, he just seems to have vanished. And this other one, he blindly fires into the darkness. His crossbow. He has disadvantage.
I honestly would like it if he hits me.
Yeah, a crossbow, you say?
There's no way. There's no way he's hitting you. You can see it going past you.
I don't suppose I could just decide to grab it anyways.
If you want to use your reaction for it.
You know what? Why not? Honestly, why not? Okay, so I roll a d10, and I reduce the damage by a bagillion. Hang on, I just did this. So it's 5 plus 4 plus 8. is how much I reduce the damage by.
Yeah, you reduce it. You can catch it.
And I
catch it, rather.
blow a key because I've got an ability to restore a key now, so I'm gonna start using that a little bit more commonly.
Mhm.
And I throw it back at him. How's a what is that? It's an 18? No, that's a 19 to hit.
That hits him.
4.
Just rude.
8 damage? That doesn't sound right. No, 10 damage. There we go. Is this one of the poisoned ones? Because that would amuse me.
Yeah, we can try to
Okay.
poison all their stuff.
So
Wow.
10 damage.
All right, and he's going to try and make a save. Oh, this could be interesting. So you hit him, and he coughs for a second, and then he falls over. He is asleep.
This has gone from bad worse for him.
Yeah, he fires, he turns around to run, he gets hit in the back, and then he goes, oh, and then just falls over, face plants. He is unconscious right now. All right.
Now, unfortunately, that means the magical darkness goes away, doesn't it?
It does. The magical darkness goes away.
Oh, I was looking forward to continuing to, torture him to death.
Burn him with your eyes while he's asleep.
All right.
I was thinking about grabbing him and then shaking him awake.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there on his chest, and I look down at his face and right in his face.
Oh, so like a whole Ghost Rider kind of thing.
Yeah, just straight up the gaze.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, the punishment or the
Penance
judgment
stare.
gaze. Penance, that's it.
So Krellin moves up to Asha and says something rather rude back to her about Loth. And she doesn't seem like she takes too kindly to that. But, she's kind of your fork, so whatever. Mark, it's your turn.
Well, I walk up to the guy. No. Subdual damage.
Okay.
Can I coup de grace subdual damage?
You can if it's a melee attack.
Cool.
So this works. So he's going to wake up after the first attack.
Yeah, I know. I kind of caught that.
But you automatically crit him.
Right. So auto crit.
Mhm.
Again,
Do an elbow drop. Do an elbow drop.
It's a 1 on the dice, so that makes it a 2. So that's 8 damage. Punch.
Okay.
Still going subdual here. So that's going to be
Oh yeah.
a 17 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, he's prone. You have the advantage too. So.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm just going to fish for a crit then because I'm greedy. Nope. Okay. So that's going to be another 2. So that's 8 damage that time.
Okay. He's still awake.
Listen, dude, you need to stop being awake. Stop being awake. That's 19 to hit. And God, a 1, so that's going to be 7 damage.
He falls asleep again.
Okay.
So he
Now
wakes
I
up,
grab it.
and then so he was asleep. So you woke him up to punch him back to sleep.
Listen,
Okay.
this is very important. I needed him to be unconscious in a bad way.
Says, "Wake up! I need you to be unconscious."
But I was.
All right, I guess you're done.
You were in a coma, not sleeping.
There's a
That's totally different.
There's a
Okay.
All right, Nick, it's your turn.
It's me?
Are we still in
Yes.
initiative?
Okay.
Yeah, I got one guy left.
All right.
He's over there though. Wait, I don't even see him. Where the hell?
I mean, Liam has AOE, so I'm not stopping
good point.
initiative.
That's a good point. You got this. 150 range.
Oh
Do it.
boy.
He
Just do it.
disappeared behind that building.
Yeah, right. Just
That
center-
building that's in your way. There it comes.
I'm upcasting fireball.
Okay. Where do you want to place it? I don't think it'll matter, but we'll see.
So the 20-foot sphere. I basically have line of sight to here.
Right.
Cut to above ground.
I'm gonna go here.
The earth shakes a little.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right, so upcasting 1d6, so that's 9d6.
Not 96, although that would be amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
Talking some meteor swarm now. He's getting away.
No, he's not.
You always save the meteor swarm for the end of combat just
Yeah.
for that. I'm running. No, you're not.
34.
34. Okay. So it explodes behind there.
Did he make his deck save?
And you don't see anyone appear. Mark, you don't see anyone over there.
All right, so we rush through everyone else's turns because none of them matter. Right?
There is one that still matters.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
We rush to that person's turn.
I mean, Taston might want to do something.
Taston, do you have Fireball?
No.
Why not?
That's not a cleric spell. At least not this cleric. I mean, the most I have is I think a Bane, but that's a necrotic spell. That's my highest level spell right now.
Okay.
Or not Bane, but Blight.
All right. Well, in that case, Bren goes up there. He makes a perception check, but doesn't. He's just sitting there sniffing the air, but he doesn't seem to have caught anything. Asha is just shouting at Graylin about Kellenvor.
Okay.
We've got a Twitter argument going on over there.
Actually,
Kind of.
it's on my turn.
And Mark.
So yeah, you know what I'm doing. If you don't mind, I'm not even going to move myself on the map because you get the idea.
What are you doing?
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide to blow my bonus action this time, specifically with toss the key, in order to get over there. So I'm very, very fast right now. And I also have double jump, if it matters.
Okay.
So I'm way over there now,
Okay.
where I last saw him go out and where I saw the fireball hit.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
And now I roll perception.
This is true.
That's actually a pretty good. What is my perception? That's 18, I think. Yep, 18
18. You don't see anything.
at all.
You're looking around for him. Nothing. I will say this: you do see around over here an outline of a body next to a rock that has been scorched, but there's nobody there. There's like no corpse or anything right there.
Okay. But we have a track, right? We have an area we can track. So I'm going to shout to Bren, start sniffing right around here. And I'm going to finish up, because I still have some movement, over to that spot.
Okay.
I probably honestly have more movement, but whatever.
Last, Liam, do you want to Hail Mary, or is there anything that you'd like to do?
I think you hit him somewhere around here. We're playing Battleship at this point.
Yeah, like he's at this point, he seems to just be like in the mushrooms and caverns and stuff, and who knows where he is right now.
I don't think I have line of sight on anything else. And anything I do is going to hit Mark.
Honestly, I am okay with that. I can take it, really. I have evasion. I literally automatically take half damage, even if I fail to save. Because monks are stupid.
So let me do this then. I did not take any additional movement. Basically the last 2 turns. So
What are you trying to get in range for?
shatter.
Where are you wanting to shatter?
The mushrooms behind the building.
Uh,
I mean, not knowing if there's anything else, because from what you said, he just ducked behind the building and disappeared. So that's
Right.
the last information that I have.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you could make it the cast shadow this turn, I don't know about using movement from the last few turns that wasn't used though. Because it's 60 feet, right?
For shatter.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. Double checking. Yeah, 60 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit the back of the building with movement this turn.
So what I was saying is, from last turn, I moved 15 feet,
Okay.
and so I was saying, take the rest of my move from last turn. And then take my move this turn. And it's only an additional 15 feet.
Yeah,
So-
I sure this instance, but like in the future, probably not borrowing move from previous turns.
Okay, it's fine. I won't.
Okay.
I'm just. Do I need line of sight to get to the back of the building?
It says erupt from a point of your choice within range. No, you do not.
Okay. So I'll slide down the hill. And I think. All right. So I'm basically focusing it right in front of you, Mark. I'm sorry.
All right. What is your damage?
And better. Of course, it's not there. 3d8. So Constitution save for you.
It's save halves, right? I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yep.
Yes.
I just realized I don't think evasion applies here, but that's okay because I still made the
No.
save.
It's like, don't worry, I can evade this. Okay, shatter. It will blow apart like a bunch of the hiding things, though, which I think is the point.
$23.
23. Jeez, that's a pretty good shatter.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the back half of this building just gets blown away. Mushrooms and rocks and stuff just get blown apart. So you've got like a circle of debris there now. You obviously can't see it, Liam, but Mark, you see over there. It's just an empty field. You don't see hide nor hair of the drow in there.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to do one last action. You ready for this?
Okay.
I'm going to turn to Bryn. I'm going to say, "You got this, boy," and give him all sorts of scritches and love, which gives him advantage on his sniff check.
Well, he already has advantage. So.
Oh, well, he's got mega advantage, which is the exact same.
Okay.
Continued advantage.
So we'll drop out of initiative, I think, now, because Bren starts putting his nose down to the ground and sniffing around, but he's doing the thing where he's going like in circles and winding around. You can tell he's not able to pick up anything. Let's see. And the Durgar want to regroup, and I don't know if you want to do anything else, Mark or Liam, but it seems like this dude has probably vacated the premises where you're dropping these AoEs. Looks like he got hit by the fireball at first and survived it, and then went somewhere else. And his stealth skill is just honestly so high, I rolled pretty well, that you haven't been able to find him unless you want to do an extended tracking.
Do we have anyone other than Bren who even has tracking? Let me walk that back. Does Bren have tracking?
Bren, He's not.
That's a no. All right.
So yeah, I mean he's got advantage on the check. He's not like a ranger tracker though.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I don't think any of us have that. That sucks. Whatever. Let's get Glavigol up. Let's make sure Asha doesn't, try to cancel Kralin, and then we'll possibly kill Asha. Figure out the rest later.
Yeah. Baby steps.
We'll take him off.
Just to be sure I was understanding, she was casting after she got the symbol, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not good.
So they're having the spat over there. It's like Loth likes you. No, we can't have this. And he keeps asking you, Tast, and he's like, she needs to die. She needs to die.
Okay, we're gonna put a pin in that for a minute. We need to make sure everyone's back up and functional. We got wounded. That's a larger issue at this point.
So you don't understand. If there's someone here who's a follower of Loth and Loth is granting her powers, she's a problem.
Okay, and we will discuss that, but we got to take care of this first.
He seems to have developed some anger issues the time he's been away.
Yeah.
The Duergar start collecting the fallen around here, and they say, "We will definitely need to head back after this." They are not doing much more than just basically taking their tags and saying,
"Hold up, how many dead Duergar are there?"
There are 4.
So, Taston, what's the limiter on your res within the last minute spell?
Money.
Well, where is it? It's a cantrip, so I can spare the dying repeatedly over and over again.
Well, that doesn't work on dead folks, unfortunately.
Sorry, I'm talking about the one that, because I know you have a specific resurrect, but it only works within the last minute. And I know it's been within 10 rounds, so we're in that, but I don't know what the cost is.
That's for Vivify, but that's the one that needs a diamond as one of its components.
Does the Inquisitor have any diamonds on her?
Very handy.
Well, if you want
actually, I guess the cleric is
her.
really the one who might have that. But yeah,
the
diamond's
priestess,
worth 300 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah, the priestess. They don't have any of those on them.
Cheapskates.
Whatever. Just, do you have any? I'm not asking character. Do you have any heals left in you, or should I blow a potion on Glavigol?
No, I do have cure wounds, but I wanted to go. Yeah, I'll go stabilize him first.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Right, yeah. So fortunately, he seems to have stabilized himself.
Oh, even better.
Yep. So they're going to say they're going to go back like immediately. And sorry, but we're not. I said we're not dragging the machinids back now. Sorry, there's no way. We have to go quickly.
Okay. Well.
What's that staff that witch had?
Oh, this is you can have this. We do not want to touch this. So that you're talking about the Death Lance, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't want to touch that thing ever again.
If you'd like, you can make an Arcana check on this.
I would very much like. That's a 24.
All right. So you have heard of things like this before. So the Death Lance, or otherwise known as the Death Spear, it's a spear, and it's just infused with necrotic energy. Primarily a drow weapon. A very rare one, but a drow weapon nonetheless. If this person was wielding it, they were probably pretty important because these things are not cheap. You do know that this one at least is drow make. So sunlight is going to destroy it if it's left in it for too long.
Okay.
Same as the other stuff. You're pretty sure this will have a negative effect on just about anyone who wields it for too long.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean you can't wield it. You're just probably not going to want to have this in your hand for a long time, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
This probably has a limited ability to use its life draining effect, but likely recharges with time. For more intel, you think you'd probably have to do an identifier or something like that on it. Do you know its exact properties? Or you could try and attune to it, which means you have to contact it for 1 hour, which...
That sounds like a bad idea.
It burns. It burns.
So very powerful, but it's one of those ones where it's like, should I be sleeping next to this thing?
Yeah.
Obviously, it hurts quite a bit, though.
True. I also want to search that mage.
Okay. The mage had a pretty standard spell component pouch. And all of these drow also have clothing that's suited for travel and sneaking around in the Underdark. They look drow made. They're not like magical items, but they are very nice camouflage. The mage had also a staff, which has a spider figurine at the end of it. Let's see, what else did he have? Did he have any specific components? No. He had mage armor on. It didn't help him a whole lot, though. He doesn't have anything specific as far as like valuable spell components or such. It seemed like he was probably one of those ones that was trained more for war rather than study, so he doesn't have, anything super surprising. He's got a spell book, which has, a few of the spells in it already. It's got like mage armor, magic missile, shield, witch bolt, alter self, misty step, web, fly, lightning bolt, black tentacles, greater invisibility, and cloud kill.
I'll take the spell book.
As I say,
Okay.
might as well just copy all of that.
It's just going to take time.
Yeah. The Inquisitor has a few interesting things. You find that one of her eyes is actually fake and is a glass eye.
Is it the Eye of Vecna?
This would probably be a much different fight if it was. No. No, it seems to be just a very well made, but it's a glass eye. It also has a hat on that when you take it off of her, it changes shape to look like a fairly standard tricorn hat. Like it just shimmers and changes back. Does not look drow make. She has a, let's see, she had a breastplate on, which didn't save her from basically anything. Let's see what else she would have had. She had a symbol of Loth, obviously, which Asha has taken. Any valuable components? Let's see. Doesn't look like. No, hold on. You do. She actually does. She has a bag of powdered silver and iron worth 100 gold. And those of you who are casters would realize this is pretty common component for doing like warding spells, like circles of warding, things like that. Let's see if there's anything else. No, nothing else. She seems to actually have places to put a lot of things, but they have been emptied out, as in did not want to carry a whole lot of stuff. They have some basic rations as well. And it looks like they have been eating them for a number of days based on the empty containers that they have. They have some basic camping stuff as well. But they're obviously trying to go fireless, so they have nothing to do fire starting or anything like that. You find bits of things you recognize from when you were traveling along and scavenging. So they've obviously been doing that as well. They have, aside from the death lance, each of the warriors that you captured has several bottles of poison, and they have a case of crossbow bolts, a hand crossbow, short sword, studded leather, and a shield.
All right, I'm going to drink the poison.
I'll drink the poison just to show off. No,
Yes.
dwarf and a monk. Actually, that's the next level. But
You're taking dwarf next level?
yes.
We've gone down some editions.
I was gonna say back in first edition that actually felt no.
We're taking fighting man. Thank you.
Yeah. Just to check, there's nothing incriminating on any of them, right? Like nothing like here's orders or here's like a description of our party or anything.
No, go ahead and make
Asher
an
if she recognized the house.
investigation check. I don't know
Someone
the history
else-
if you're asking about the history too.
Someone else needs to make this investigation check.
I was planning on doing something like that so I can make a roll as well.
I'm proficient.
I am not.
Wait,
was
proficient
6.
gives advantage, doesn't it?
No, proficient allows you to add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay. So
That crystal that somebody has, I don't know who gains it.
Yes,
grants
I have
advantage.
the crystal. The crystal is on the other sheet.
so 19.
19 as a history or investigation?
Investigate.
Investigation. Okay. So just from what you can piece together after you've looked at all of the looted items and stuff, a couple things. First of all, they were traveling extremely light. Second of all, there's a very conspicuous lack of anything like orders or anything like that, which means they probably were, from what you can piece together, it was one of those things where if they're captured, they don't want to give anything away. So any information is likely in or was in the mind of these drow. However, you do find that on several of their weapons, they seem to not have completely marked over a house mark on them. And the house mark looks a lot like something that I'm about to paste in here. Let's see if this works. It does. I bet. Now, if you like, make a history check, you can see if you know what this house is. Or you can ask, arguing Asha.
I
Yeah, I
actually
was going
did
to
it.
ask Asha.
Oh, okay. Hey, Asha, stop arguing for a second. Come here.
I'm not arguing, I'm telling the truth. What?
Stop twittering for a second. Come here.
Yeah. What house is this?
It's, 150 characters or whatever it is now. So she doesn't even bother to look over. It's just House Fabros. Idiots. Lackeys.
I actually
had
don't have
interactions
that
with that
house
house?
in my lists. I've been keeping track of houses as we go, and I don't have that one. How do you spell it?
I'll paste it. Oops, that's the tabletop simulator chat. I have 5 chats. Which one should I paste? And I'll post it in
Yes.
Discord. How about that?
Yeah, Discord works. Oh yeah, I do not know that one. All right, so
Yeah, I would have failed that at a spelling bee. Okay.
yeah. Also, third, you should totally watch that video later.
Oh, okay. I will later. Yeah, she says they're morons, especially, and she points her nose up at the Inquisitor over there. Says to think they could take me. Loth told me this moment would come, and I was patient. And I was faithful, and it did. And Krellin says, Loth is a liar. And she says, but she's a skillful liar.
Can you
I'm
tell us
like-
anything else about the?
Yeah.
They're one of the oldest houses. Reside out of Menzo Baranzan. They were formed like a long time ago. I forget the exact year. It doesn't really matter. You're old. I believe last time I checked, they were like maybe around like the 5th or 6th house. I don't know. They are allied with House Bainray. They're idiots as well. They're not.
Didn't we use Boomerang to heal Rot or something?
Which would explain why one of them yelled about regenerating that when they put him down. So we were betrayed by House Bainray. How drow of them.
Wait. There it is. It's my surprise face.
Yep.
Obviously, they came to take us in. There's no other reason they would send an Inquisitor. They've likely been watching us for quite some time. Dare say they were afraid to move in Gracklestug, but maybe this was the right opportunity for them. Although, obviously, they underestimated me.
Aye.
You're taking a lot of credit for this.
Well, I apologize. It is not me. It is the credit I should get to Loth. Or for whom machinations she set up this trap for them. And you should be pleased you were part of the plan.
It's kind of a stretch, but
I wonder how much I could punch her in one turn.
Not really. I know how much you don't think of Loth. I've gotten that quite a bit. But you must admit it's good to be on her better side than her worse side.
She hasn't. No, I don't say that.
No, that's the thing with Loth. You can't ever tell, can you? That's one of her clever schemes.
I turned to Tasden. I'm like, can you? And this is about when Tasden notices that my max HP is currently being reduced by 46. So I imagine I literally look like there's cracks in, like I look like
yeah,
a
how does that get
desert.
reversed?
Yeah, there's actually like necrotic energy around you.
Yeah,
and Loth.
I do
lingering.
not look particularly good right now.
Okay,
And
so,
this isn't demonic energy for reference. This is
yeah,
this is
just
something else.
FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have something that can help with this? Yeah, I look like
Right.
Star Scion right now. It's just,
You make this would be either a medicine or arcana check for looking at
Okay.
this stuff.
I will do a medicine check.
All right.
24.
24. Okay. So you think that this is likely curable by a couple of things. The first thing is weight it off. This looks like this is gradually receding. So you think maybe within a day or so, given proper care by yourself or someone else, they could rest this off.
So walk it off, or
You could also go the quick route, and I believe Greater Restoration would fix this as well. Let me double check. Yes, a Greater Restoration would fix this as well.
but I can only do that with one.
yeah, let's go ahead and hold off on that. I could just you tell me that, right? And so I'm like, okay, we'll hold off. Besides, we might need to greater restore this guy, and I hold up the guy who's unconscious, who I've been dragging around this whole time, by the way.
Yeah. You're also pretty sure, just since you rolled so high, that this is one of those things, this necrotic energy is powerful enough that if they take enough of this, this is like a permanent death. AKA, if the hit point maximum is reduced to 0, you're
It's a
dead.
done deal. All right.
AKA what I was most worried about with that freaking succubus fight.
Hmm.
Nah, I'm good. Let's interrogate this guy. Let's do it. Wake him up. Smack. Wake up. Tell us
We
everything.
beat him into unconsciousness, so his hit point 0. His hit point's on 0.
Oh, right. All right, hang on.
It's like
I
he fell
smacked him
asleep
until
and
he wakes up.
he's got like a massive black eye and his cheek is just swelled up.
It's fine.
I don't know.
He's fine.
He fell down some stairs. I just hold him up. He fell down. Actually, if you want to hold off on the interrogation until next session, I'm okay with that.
Well, seeing as how it is 11:50, I think.
Yeah,
so.
I just knows the time. Yeah, so we need to interrogate him and find out nothing
secure
from
him
him.
first.
Get
Yeah.
some rope around the neck, right around there.
Yeah, perfect, as it
The
should be.
chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got to get the chain
Slowly
around the
wrapping.
neck.
Yeah.
Asha says, I would be glad to offer you my interrogation techniques to get some information out of this house. Please, I enjoy it.
That's not what worries me. Or more accurately, that is exactly what worries me.
Yeah.
I am very well trained in interrogation techniques.
I believe you.
With hopefully everybody around or like within a semblance of location, I want to do prayer of healing to try and get people's hit points back.
Okay.
I mean, I know we're not in combat, but
I mean, we're about to be with Asha, so I might as well top us off here. She doesn't have the spear right now, right?
No, I've
No.
not got that.
Okay, good. Do not allow her to have that thing. Just saying.
Ron's gonna forgive me for taking over Ron for a moment here, Kitties, but Ron's gonna walk over and
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
first they're not gonna hear that because you're not watching the stream, but he says the ice skate uphill line.
yes.
Everybody says, what's ice skating?
We'll introduce you to it
Yeah.
once you come to the surface with us now. Yeah, I think our to-do list, interrogate this guy, and then figure out what the hell we're doing with Asha and the Myconids, and then get the hell out of this. God, I'm sick of this place.
Yeah.
Well, you do know the route. It was pointed out to you.
Although we no longer have a Myconid solution, which is really frustrating.
Everybody gets 21 hit points back.
Ah,
I'm actually at max HP right now.
Quotes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Suddenly everything falls silent. No.
No, God damn.
Again?
No.
We just yeah.
No, this time I'm completely ready for it. So I just like lunge out and punch the one guy. He's at 1 HP. He's just being spiteful.
Everybody just got quiet all of a sudden. You just punch somebody randomly.
Yeah, everyone goes quiet. I have PTSD now. For
Which
Nobody
is great
stops
when you
talking
take like
after that.
first watch.
yeah. I'm just. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. Snore for me.
Something.
It's a new Disney show, Cord. Gabagool on ice.
I'd watch it.
I
Just
would
sliding across. And just eventually
I
burns
would
through the
actually
ice.
watch that. Yeah.
So it's half an hour of it just sitting in the middle of a rink. Oh. Is this
Oh, yeah.
ice skating?
After we loot these people, I'm gonna throw the drow into Clavicle. By the way,
Okay.
no trace.
Not only that, but like, wouldn't that help him kind of like reconstitute?
Also, yeah, he needs some mass back, and I know this isn't your usual. I swear, I'm gonna try out some honeyed ham. You're gonna love it. Okay,
Oh, it's amazing.
It says, I feel terrible.
Right there.
we're gonna make it work, Clavicle. I swear, we got you
So-
back.
He's like half soup when you're throwing them in, so they kind of go. So it's like, oh, it's just like when I first found you. I was digesting a drow.
Memories,
times.
am I right?
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. He turns to Asha. Did you know I was eating a drow when they found me?
He just
Can I find some leather and a like sewing kit?
Well, there's plenty of leather from the armor. Are you talking about some other types of leather?
No, but basically, I want to make, I'll say, a sheath for the lance, so I can protect it
Ew.
from sunlight and protect it from me having to hold it.
Gotcha.
Still burning.
We don't make me a straight up investigation check. This is kind of what can I find around here to do this? Because there's no straight up, here's a leather and sewing kit ready.
actually, this one drow happened to have a full sewing kit on them.
Well, can we modify the bag that they threw Dawnbringer into?
Okay.
What did you roll in your investigation?
25.
25. Okay. So you get the bag. You also get some stuff out of some of the various implements they had, fashion them into needles and whatnot. You MacGyver a solution, basically. And it's not like an actual great sheath, but it functions like one for the time being. It's like a bag sheath for this thing, right?
Cool.
Like a golf bag. And yeah, it's in there. It really, even in the bag, it doesn't feel great to be next to, but it does offer some measure of protection. Like when I don't know if you've ever been next to an area that has like very high static electricity or very warm. You're like, I can still feel this. It's kind of what it is.
Standing next to a transformer.
Yeah, actually,
That hum.
that's a good way to explain it.
So, who's up for spider meat?
I throw the spiders into Glavigal as well.
Most of them just got exploded. I don't know if there's a whole lot left.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
This is
I
kinda
get the
messy all over the
spatula
place,
and
yeah.
kind of start.
Just a shovel.
Oh, just a pile.
And this place is, it was trashed before, but it's even more trashed now. There's been lightning bolts.
I
and
give Liam
fireballs
a
all
bro
over the place.
fist for the shatter earlier.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I think that's where we'll end tonight.
Now, in the
As-
distance, you hear a sound like
Yeah, it's the mind flayers coming.
that is. That's funny because that's exactly
Damn
what I was going for.
I like how the party's been like super paranoid of mind flayers every now and then. Ever
It's
since they
the
met that one.
Underdark.
Yeah, it's
Like it might be a bear. Might be a bear. There's
It's
rustling in
never
the
a
woods.
bear.
I think it's a bear.
well, okay. There's also no illithid mace, unlike bear mace.
Well, you just have to be faster than the person next to you, or really,
That's-
really dumb.
Okay.
My int is only 10. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Liam. You stand out like a beacon of buffet for Illithid.
So there's the spell.
Oh boy.
Teleport?
Well, yes, but no. Burning Hands.
Oh, yeah.
Is there an acid version of that?